Hello. Hello, everybody. Oh, goodness, we're here. Oh, everybody can hear me. You all can see me. Everything is perfect. Look at this. Look at us. Getting things going here. How is everyone today? It's a Sunday. Sundays are my favorite streams. I love coming up in here. I like this music so much better than the default YouTube one. I did actually used to use that, like, you're talking about the YouTube Premiere video music that it plays. Like, yeah, I know, I have actually used that before. Yeah, no tech problems. I am no longer a leftist. Disqualified. Thank you so much, Slaps Hungry Bears, for the tier 2 sub. Appreciate you. Hope you enjoy your dicks and your blue name. Hello. Hello. Hi, everyone. The countdown one. Yeah. Before they implemented the Premiere stuff and started using that song for that reason, I had downloaded it from the creator library and was using it for my videos. So anyway, fun stuff. Hello, everyone. So did y'all have a good week? I feel like, I think that this last week was a little bit frustrating in some ways, and just a little bit like I was having a hard time getting myself motivated to do things, but we're working on stuff. I want my dick Sag. Poor Emily needs a gifted sub. So are we going over yes, we are going to be going over, thank you Seaside Hill Granny for joining us. We are going to be going over today the hashtag DTrans documentary from Prageru, because I just didn't want to cover it on Sunday, and then we went into it, after having talked about it a little bit, just about it being on Twitter aspect of it, and then now that I'm looking at the actual documentary, it's only like 20 minutes long, which is crazy. I think I watched Vosh watching it. Yes, Vosh watched it. Someone else pointed out that Alec Gunter also did. I think I saw that as well. So yeah, I'm a little bit late to this. I know, yeah, Demon Mama watched it last night. I was kind of resistant still to watching it, but that's because I thought it was a full-length documentary. It's only 20 minutes long. This is a glorified YouTube video, except it's not on YouTube, so it's harder for them to zuck the content. You know what I mean? I'm still worked up from the Palestinian stuff, but I'm here for the D-Trans documentary. Right, and we do have a little bit of a... There is one article about Israel that someone posted in the Discord. Thank you so much, Max, for posting that in the Discord. We have a channel where you specifically can put your stream recommendations, like your links, or even just conversation topics that you'd like to cover. So yeah, we do have an article that was sent to me that I would like to look at a little bit. Oh my gosh, my throat is so itchy already. Is it about the nukes? Nope, it's about oil. I'm just here to chill and vibe and be astounded that I'm awake while the sun is up. It's been too long away from stream. You're a night owl usually, huh? Vosh watched it while washing a vase. True. It's always the oil. It is. It's always oil. Excuse me. So, we're ready. It's autumn. I've been just a little personal. How has my last couple of days been since because I saw you all on Thursday. I spent basically like my full entire day yesterday doing crochet, and I have posted a couple of pictures of one of the things that I made yesterday on Patreon. It is currently something you can see if you join at any tier, any paid tier, but it will be available for free this week for you to see, because that happens on my Patreon now. I post free stuff over there, or at least maybe it starts out as paid content and then it becomes public after a few days. So definitely look at that. I have also seen something about allegedly a nuke threat on Gaza. I haven't looked into it. I literally just saw it quite recently. It was paywalled when I saw you tweeted it. Yes, it will be paywalled until Tuesday. Just a couple of days. But otherwise, I do post straight up just free content over there. I have stuff over there that previously was paid content and now is free. Enjoy. You ever just wish you could put your whole hand inside your throat to scratch back there? I don't. I don't ever feel that way. Pretty much never. Donuumaio says yes, that yes, she would like to be able to scratch directly in the back of her throat. There's a thing for that. True. Just gotta get some practice. I woke up to the nuke thing. It was the first thing I saw today. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to be, like, especially Twitter for me. Like, I don't know. What are people's experiences of the rest of the internet when it comes to the Israel-Palestine stuff? Because, like, I also spend a decent amount of time on Facebook, and I do occasionally see my friends posting about it. But I think that for the most part, Facebook tries to push more happy-go-lucky content, right? And like propaganda and shit like that. There's a lot about it on Instagram. I would have assumed that there was not very much of it on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram, but I would have assumed that because they tend to suppress like sensitive content. So, but okay, well, it's good that they're talking about it. And I guess there's a decent amount of it on Tumblr, I've heard from people who are active on Tumblr. There is nothing wrong in this world that the total eradication of all Homo sapiens won't fix. Well, you know, I am one of those, and I don't want to be totally eradicated. So I guess I'm like by default ideologically opposed to that premise. Sorry. That bottom third is so cute. Thank you, Ashley. It actually, I moved things around just ever so slightly so that, like, I moved this guy so that he's a little bit more, like, he's just not as close to the edge as he was. He was, like, really close to this edge. And then this, it was, like, pretty big before. How big was it? It was, like, this big before, covering, like, a lot of the screen. And I decided to make it smaller. So it's hopefully going to be a little bit less obtrusive, more of, like, a little accent, rather than being something that takes up like a pretty good chunk of like this part of my body off, you know? So thank you. EB the Purple made it, and I just resized things to make it fit a little bit better in my frame. But yeah, EB the Purple, send much appreciation her way because she makes like all of the custom emojis and stuff, and she just kind of does it because she wants to. Oh, she just wants credit for being amazing. And so we have to give her that. I can't believe I just noticed it. I have terrible notice skills. Yeah, I mean, I've been using this overlay for a little while. Not a big deal, though. I feel like we have a moral obligation to deal with the plastic problem before we peace out. I think if we peace out and stop making more plastic, then it won't be terribly long before some fungus evolves to consume it. Like, I don't think it's going to take that long for there to be a mushroom or a slime mold or something that, like, becomes able to digest it. I want that for Rainbow Passages community server, but need it to be active so anyone would even use them at first. True. Yeah, I'm glad that you're getting more stuff done with Rainbow Passage as far as, like, just having a community separate from the actual organizing stuff. That's good. No, Andes. No. No more dicks. So anyway, thank you for coming and hanging out in the stream. We are going to be talking about some fun news stuff in a little while. We usually kind of take a little bit to vamp up toward that, somewhere between, like, 30 and 60 minutes. So if you don't want to hang around for that, that's fine. Just hit the like button and come back later when we will be getting into the hard-hitting bullshit, you know? It's in every raindrop. Microplastics are literally everywhere. I know it. I know it. I have never heard of neonicotinoids. Neonicotinoids? I am not familiar with this concept. I wish we had an organic material that was similar to plastic. I can't handle paper straws. I hear good things about bamboo straws. I don't know that there's anything else that's even remotely similar, though. I would not want to use hemp straws. Yeah, hemp is really fibrous, so I could see that being the case. It's like, how do you get it to be that smooth texture, though? I guess you just, like sandblast it or run it through like a tumbling process. Like I don't know how you do that. Like smooth it down so that it actually feels like a regular straw. Because yeah, people have a texture problem with paper straws, and I haven't used them that much, but like I get it. No worries, Jonathan. And some materials fundamentally change the taste of your drink. Well, I view that as an opportunity to become more creative about how to complement slash mask the flavor of the straw. I don't know. Joking. Create the straws, sand it, and coat it in wax, probably. Sure, yeah. Like a wax coating. I think a wax coating on a paper straw would be totally doable. And like, here's my question. Because I've never really known what the answer to this is. Like, what is wax? Like, I don't really understand what it is or like where it comes from. Like paraffin, right? Like, it burns up when you burn your candle. Like the wax is the fuel for the candle that burns away. But like hold on. Where does wax come from? Okay, so they got natural waxes derived from animals and plants and petroleum. And then there's synthetic waxes, which are artificially created. Waxes are synthesized by many plants and animals. Okay. Andes, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Let me do it for you. Gives long boar's eye if you aren't allergic to doggies. I don't think I'm allergic to dogs, but boar's eyes are like, they have the weird, really long, like, nose, right? They're weird dudes. We enjoy them, though. Thank you so much for your sub. Enjoy the dicks. Hell yeah. Candle waxes these days, the heavier parts of petroleum. Oh, great. So we're just burning petroleum in our houses? Like, cool. Originally, it was just mostly beeswax candles, but petroleum also yields wax during its refining process. Yes, bees make wax. Okay. Wax is kind of like oil. It's just more solid at room temperature. True. They are the anteaters of the dog kingdom. Anyway. Yeah, meanwhile, millions and millions of plastic bottles worldwide. Meanwhile, the straws are the problem. I mean, yeah, plastic bags, you know, all of these different things. And it's like, if we just stopped producing these things, then people would stop. It's crazy how the burden is put on the consumer to make different choices in the market, as opposed to like, dude, if you just stop making plastic bags, or if you just stop making plastic bottles and you only use glass bottles from now on, then like, okay. But I think part of the problem with that really is that there are so many byproducts of the petrol process, like taking oil and refining it into gasoline. Like, I'm pretty sure that itself has byproducts, and that, like, I think that part of the reason why plastics exist is because we had to find a way to use the byproducts, or like, we didn't have to, I guess, you know, but you could be generating just a bunch of random trash, because it all circles back to the use of oil in the first place, right? So like, the decision would have to go, it would not just be a decision to switch from plastic bottles to glass bottles for your Coca-Cola. It would also be a decision, it would have to go all the way back to like, let's stop refining oil in the first place, because we're still going to be creating a bunch of these products, like whether or not we choose to purpose them into plastics or what have you. Washington State banned single-use plastic bags, but all it ends up meaning is that they have thicker plastic bags that cost 8 cents and nobody reuses them anyway. I would reuse those for the cat box, but otherwise, I mean, I usually recycle my plastic bags. I don't really know to what extent they are recyclable, or if it's mostly that the store reuses them or something. I have no idea. But, you know, the grocery store has a place for you to put the bags. And so it's like, plastic bags are not recyclable at all unless you literally reuse it as a bag. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're using them to like insulate coats. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? I have no idea what they're doing with them, but I do take them in to be recycled, whatever it is that they end up doing with them. But that's the thing, is like, that's the problem with like the system as we have it now. You just have to like trust that things are happening as you hope that they're happening. It's like, you ever see that picture of like a trash bin that has like a big lid, and one lid, like one side of the lid says recycling and one side of the lid says trash, but then you look inside and it's all the same bag? It's like that. Like, you have to trust that like the plastics are recyclable. Like, because otherwise they're probably still going to end up in a landfill or burned or something. Like, or like they are recyclable, and you have to hope that they end up in a place where they do actually get repurposed, whatever it is. Like, you know, glass is fairly easy to repurpose, but plastics, like, part of the reason why there are different grades of plastic is because you cannot necessarily recycle a plastic and have it be exactly the way that it was before you refined it the first time. Who here knows that pizza boxes you can't recycle? I know. You can't recycle pizza boxes because they're covered in grease. And like, you can't, like, you don't want that grease in the paper. And it probably also F's up the industrial machines that are used to recycle the various cardboard boxes and stuff. Yeah, let's bring back drinking out of the skulls of our enemies. It is eco-friendly. It's totally eco-friendly. Just gotta, you know, just gotta find another use for these various bones. You know? Like, repurpose it into an ink pen. Or, yeah, like a nice little mug, a little cup. We should abolish straws altogether and use sippy lids. Sippy lids only. Yeah, there's only so many times that you can recycle the same material over and over again. Opsis, thank you so much for the $5 dono. More like gaylight savings time. Gay. Listen, thank you for your donation very much. I cannot think of any stronger argument for the dissolution of the US government than daylight savings still existing, or like it even existing in the first place. Like, is this true? Like, I was reading about this earlier, and I don't know if it is actually the case. I gotta look it up. Wait, when did daylight savings time start, I guess? And why? Okay, like, I know that initially it was started to, during like wartime or something, and then we stopped doing daylight savings for a while after the end of World War II, and then it came back. And like, I was reading that it was a lobbying thing. I don't know if it's actually true, but I was reading that it was basically a lobbying attempt by, oh my god, golf people, like, who wanted there to be more time after work for people to go golfing, and like that the golf industry makes a shit ton more money during the time of year that is daylight savings. And then the thing also said that a candy company, or like the candy lobby or whatever, is the reason why it got extended recently. Like, you know, daylight savings in America used to end in October, and now it ends like the first week of November, allegedly because candy companies sell way more candy if the time doesn't change until after Halloween, because it starts getting darker earlier after daylight saving. So like, I don't know if that's true, because I'm not going to be able to find the thing I was looking at. It was just like on Facebook or whatever. But like, I would not be surprised if that were true. I'm reading, hold on. Big ween? Ween! Yeah, big Halloween, back at it again. I wish we could make more money in the winter. Well, boss, money can buy a lot of things, but it cannot change when the sun rises. Or can it? Dun, dun, dun. Yo, hit the like button if you're chilling and enjoying hanging out. Sundays are like my favorite chill time stream moments. Like, it's my favorite stream. I don't enjoy the weekday ones as much. I feel like I'm just present in a way that it's hard to be. I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, fuck, I'm already tired. I've already done a bunch of stuff. Like, even if I try to rest, I still end up doing some amount of work. As someone who works third shift, the time change really fucks with you when you're trying to only work a set schedule. Yeah. Like, it sucks, too, because you work fewer hours on the night that it shifts forward. And on the night that it shifts back, you have to work 9 hours. It's a bummer. What's up, Anansi? Hello! Jason Jones says, I believe truly that it's to keep people from achieving a stable circadian rhythm, entering deeper REM, and being on edge so that we are more mentally impressionable. That's an interesting theory. But it's like, how can something actually genuinely literally kill people and you're still like, yeah, we're gonna keep doing it? When we spring forward, I'm just gonna take that Monday off. Right. What did I do this year? I can't remember. Because obviously it would have been a Sunday. I can't remember if I streamed at the same normal time. Like, if I streamed at noon earlier this year when it changed. But next year, I don't know if I'm gonna take the day off. I might. Sunday streams are best for me because they're earlier. Hell yeah. I had a 4-day weekend this time around. Very lucky. I know, that's the thing. The US does so many things that kill people. Daylight savings is probably the least among them. Right, like, I don't think that there's any motivation that is actually gonna make the action happen. But, like, the fact that so many Americans agree that daylight saving sucks, and the fact that it kills people, and, like, all these really good reasons to dissolve daylight savings and stop doing it, but you have, I guess, some kind of vested interest in keeping it around, and then you do genuinely have bipartisan support for a bill to stop doing daylight savings. There's genuinely, like, there was a bill proposed, I think last year, and it was in the process, and it ended up not passing, and, like, I haven't seen any conversation about it in a while, because there's so much other stupid bullshit going on. So it's like, something can be supported by a huge number of Americans, even a huge number of politicians, be objectively bad, and still we can't get it to change in this country. Like, I have never heard a more, like, it's just the quintessentiality of it. The fact that it's just, like, so neat in a little package of, like, demonstrating that this fucking government doesn't work. Like, it's the best, most compact argument for, like, the objective fact that this government can't fucking get anything done and it needs to be altered. True, fuck daylight savings. All my homies hate daylight savings. At one point, the French government also talked about ending daylight savings. It's been years and we're still waiting for it. It's just, yeah, like, why? There were a couple of graphs I saw where issues are unaffected by what the population wants, but very affected by what rich people want. Yeah, amazing. Crazy how that works. It's like, doesn't really matter whether something is actually popular in, like, a democratic sense. People always say, oh, we live in a democracy. Like, no, we don't. No, we don't. We do not. Our government does just enough democratic theater to make you think that it's a democracy, but it's not. I heard it had something to do with tourism when it's summertime, but I'm unsure if true. Yeah. There's Wikipedia article on this subject is very thorough. So it's taking a little while to look through all of it. It's like I am genuinely trying my best to just scan through. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna find my answer there. Wasn't it for the harvest? So that's actually the Wikipedia article does address that. It's a myth that it was something that farmers wanted, and in fact, the farmers are like some of the most vehemently opposed lobbyists against daylight savings. Here, I'm gonna zoom in on this a little bit. Up, 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 up. Okay, so here it says, it's a common myth in the United States that daylight savings time was first implemented for the benefit of farmers. In reality, farmers have been one of the strongest lobbying groups against DST since it was first implemented. The factors that influence farming schedules, such as morning dew and dairy cattle's readiness to be milked, are ultimately dictated by the sun, so the time change introduces unnecessary challenges. So, yeah, DST was first implemented in the U.S. because of World War I. Wartime was implemented again during World War II. Permanent daylight saving time was enacted for the winter of 1974. And it was repealed a year later. This kind of doesn't go into the detail that I want it to go into, but, you know. Please never forget how quickly and unanimously the House and Senate passed legislation to allow the Supreme Court's police protection to break up any and all protest at their own discretion. They had that on the books in less than a week after protesters started showing up outside justices' houses. When it's about protecting and insulating the ruling class from our ire, suddenly the government is extremely fast and efficient. Yeah, and like also sending $14 billion to fucking Israel during right now. Getting compliments on the hair already. It's like my hair is actually kind of dirty and I feel like I need a shower. But, you know, it's nice and long at least. Yeah, during World War II, a terrible time to introduce a time change. Corn and cows do not be caring about the time of day. Cows do not change when they want to be milked. Yeah, yeah. And we expect our pets to just conform to the fact that we don't want to, like, we don't want to feed them at the same time anymore suddenly. They're just like... Don't forget Speaker Johnson wants to take the Israel money from the IRS's ability to collect taxes. Yeah, well, we covered that before. But they passed something, and I don't think it was that. I think Biden, did they actually pass it? Or, because I thought that have they sent the aid yet? Did Israel aid get approved? Whoops, hair tie falling on the floor. House approved nearly $14 billion military aid. Okay, so I don't think that it has passed the Senate. GOP-led House passes Israel aid, setting up a clash with the Senate. Right. So I don't think it's been approved, but the House has approved it. You have gorgeous anime hair? Anime hair. Do I really? Okay, I'll take it. Even including my little part that sticks up in the back. Yeah, okay. I'll take it. Okay, I'm gonna drink a little bit more water. Anime hair does stick up in the back. It's true. Default cyberpunk hair. Yeah, what cow licked me? I know, my cowlick is so fucking weird back here. It sticks up and, like, over to the side. It's very bird of paradise. It hasn't gotten to Biden yet. He said he's going to veto if it passes. Yeah, so it's just going to go back and forth in the Senate for forever, and they're going to fight about it for a long time. Oh, thank you. It's got a nice punk vibe to it. I appreciate that. I'm going to, because I'm growing out the back of my hair, and it's going to be a little while, before it gets long enough to be, like, count as part of my long hair. I'm gonna bleach the back and then probably dye it, like, bright orange when it's a couple inches longer, and then I'll style it, like, deliberately spiky. And then the front of my hair will just be the way that it usually is, so that'll be a fun little a fun little thing. Looking forward to it. Slay. The trans cowgirls do be loving to lick. It's true. I don't have one of those, though. Anyway, look at that. There's just about 50 people in here. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're having a good time. Chilling, relaxing. We've already talked about a couple of different things. Honestly, maybe I should go through and, like, check for segments that could work on the channel at the beginning of the stream. I don't know. So I do have, actually a meme was posted in the Discord, and I ended up finding an article that reveals the truth of the meme about Israel. So that's, like, the first serious thing. And then the other thing that we're going to do mainly today, of course, is Detrans, Prageru, blah, blah, blah. Reacting to the entire documentary. And then after, we'll chill and maybe play a game or whatever. Trans cowgirls, right? What game? We were playing Little Nightmares 2 on Halloween, and I would like to play more of it. But because I started it on stream with you all, I have to finish it on stream with you all. So let's do that, basically. I was just watching this red pill video by Pearl. I don't know who Pearl is, but she literally says that women have more evil than men. Girl, okay. Jiminy Christmas. The grifting, self-hating pick-me Pearl. Interesting. That's crazy. Anyway, Uncomfortable. Are you the one who is trying to get your name changed? Ooh, I got my vacation time payout, and now I have enough money to change my name and gender on my driver's license. High five. That's exciting. I'm very excited for you. I'm gonna update my birth certificate sometime soon, I think. That is something that I would like to do. Where am I? I'm going over here. Okay, I think that's correct. Feel free to let me know, Uncomfy, if that is wrong. Union jobs, am I right? Truly. Listen, I like my job, even though I get paid, like, approximately minimum wage. I love unions. I wish that I knew, like, how do you unionize if you're, like, a contractor? It's like, how do we as YouTubers do the thing? You know, like, how do we have job security? It's, like, and good. How do you have healthcare? You don't. Yes! Changing usernames. Ooh, good news tomorrow. I have a photo shoot with a site called Groovy, and they're gonna pay me and everything. Girl, get that money. I need to clean my bedroom so that I can take photos in it. I remember a few years back, a bunch of YouTubers were like, we're not uploading tomorrow to show Google we are united, and it was like, you aren't gonna be affecting shit, Lamau. You know what's really funny about that, Gay Fesh, is that, do you know who the person was who was really pushing that super hard? The person in our circles who was really hardcore, being like, you really need to do this strike thing. It was fucking America Johnson. It was like, is that the dude? Like, that's the dude's name, isn't it? It's the guy who's married to the, like, Vietnamese chick. American Johnson. Right, that's right, but that's who I'm thinking of, right? And Luna Oi. It was him. Anyway, if you don't know who that is, then I'm sorry. That's going to be a deep cut. Don't worry about it. Someone Vosh has talked to before. And that was before the Vosh convo and all that shit. Oh, God. Hello, yes, Sunday streams. Sunday streams are best streams. Hit the like button if you love Sunday streams. It's free. It helps the show. We've appreciated all your donations today. My Patreon has been just, like, holding steady for a really long time. So I appreciate, like, I have people drop off periodically and then new people sign on. So it's, like, holding steady. I can count on it every month. So I appreciate that. Those donos as well. Yes, American Johnson, Mr. Nazis have a point. He said only maybe. Only maybe. I stopped watching EJ after they started sounding more and more like Peter Coffin. Don't blame you. Wasn't Lilith made first, though? So, yeah, Lilith... The story of Lilith is, like, a Jewish story, I think, that, I'm not really sure how much, like, the broader theological community gives that, like, literal weight that she was literally made first. I'm not totally sure. People disliking Luna Oi? No. What? Oh, you didn't know that she's super homophobic? Yeah, right. Yeah. Anyway, oh my god. Okay. Are we ready to talk about at least one news article? And then we'll start watching D-Trans. Relaxing for now, but be prepared for that propaganda documentary. It is infuriating. Well, the great thing is that it's only 10 minutes long. Or sorry, it's only 20 minutes long. It's not even a real documentary. It is a glorified YouTube video. Yes, cozy. I also still have coffee. I'm doing 2-drink ADHD right now. Anybody else? Sound off in the chat. How many drinks do you have at the moment? I have 2. I'm here for it. I do have to go to bed in a few hours, of course, but I watch the VODs. Appreciate you, always. And the VODs go up in their public after the stream immediately, so you all can always catch up. Delicious coffee. Just different kinds of water. You got seltzer water. You got your regular water. 3 drinks, 1 caffeinated. Water with cherry stuff. Okay. Some of you have enough restraint to only have 1 drink, and I think that you're the most powerful person I've ever met. Hydroxic acid, coffee, and Gatorade. What is hydroxic acid? 50 people in here. Can we get to 50 likes? Maybe? I'd like to hit the dono goal today, but only because it would be nice. That's the only reason. I don't really plan on performing or doing anything special for you when we get to 69, but I'll say nice. Hydroxic acid is just water. Oh, okay, I see. Nice. I have heard, yeah, I've heard dihydrogen monoxide before. No more flexing. I mean, not today. We haven't been hitting the dono goal at all lately, so it's like, I'm like, if I wanted to flex, I couldn't. I did start going back to the gym this past week, so I'm excited. I'm gonna push myself a little bit harder than I pushed myself earlier this year when I was working out, so hopefully I'll see a little bit more results. Because I was so worried about injuring myself before, and I'm gonna try to just, like, still be reasonable, but just not take it as carefully as I was before. Anyway, yeah, gym goals. We have gym goals, we have dietary changes, we're getting enough sleep, we're drinking plenty of water. Excuse me. I got Halfling Rogue into cycling yesterday. That sounds like fun. I would love to have a bike so that I could cycle. It would be amazing. Hey, we hit 50 likes. Look at that. Look at you. Thank you. I'm gonna start working out this week again, too. Do it! Listen! I wish I had even 2% of your motivation to start working out. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm just like... Like, I had to take time off the gym because I was too tired from doing other shit, and I'm like, I want to go back so bad. Like, it's partially because it actually genuinely makes you feel better. Like, after you do it for a few weeks, if you're actually doing exercise that, like, pushes you, after a few weeks of doing it, you're like, oh my god, it feels so much better in my body and in my life when I'm doing exercise like this, that you're like, I just have to keep doing it. And then you do just genuinely feel better, and then you're more capable, and oh my god. Yeah, motivation, yeah, exactly, Donuumayo. Motivation doesn't come from nowhere. You have to start exercising to get motivated to exercise. That's what's so hard. I mean, if you think, like, you know, if you need an analogy, it's like in physics, like, something that's at rest doesn't generally, like, start moving unless it, like, a force is applied to it, right? And then, like, a certain amount of force needs to be applied in order for the object to gain momentum, and then the momentum will kind of gradually start to do more of the work, and you don't have to apply as much force to keep it rolling, right? And it's like, it feels similar when you're exercising. Like, it takes an initial push, and then, like, it just gets easier at a certain point. And it's like, it just happens, and, like, you can't, like, convince someone who's new at it that that's going to be the case necessarily, because you have to experience it. It's like, I don't know how to tell you, like, how much of a difference it makes unless you start to do it and, like, push through that initial, like, yes, this is very difficult kind of phase, and then start reaping the benefits. So, I don't know. Yeah, you do definitely. I need to find a way to do a body doubling for exercise. Body doubling. Exercising right at sundown helps me from getting the nighttime depression. You know, it's generally not recommended to exercise super late in the day because you'll wake yourself back up and get the blood flowing, like, right before you're trying to go to bed. But, you know, whatever works. I super hate the fact that working out and eating better actually works. I'm 41, I'm cis, man, and masculine, and I've finally lost my titties through dieting. And dieting, it doesn't even have to be intense and crazy. You just have to make, like, a couple of choices. Like, try your best to not eat as much sugar as you normally would. Like, if you're the kind of person who, you know, you buy a thing of Oreos and you'll sit down and eat, like, an entire sleeve of them in one sitting, if you literally just, like, buy Oreos and you only eat 2 of them at a time, like, wow, what a difference that makes to your overall health. Or even, like, you know, trying to cut out sugar more like, completely would probably be the healthiest choice. But if you try to go hard, you will not be able to stick with it, whatever it is, whether it's exercise or a diet change. If you try to, like, dramatically change everything all at once, it is not going to take. You have to start gradually. And unfortunately with exercise, that does mean, like, you know, it's, for me, it's the pushing myself exercise that makes that big mental difference. Like, I can be doing gentle exercise for weeks and it doesn't do the same thing, right? But you also want to start gentle on yourself. So it's like, you start gentle to get your body used to it for maybe a few weeks, and then you do actually have to start presenting yourself with challenges in order for the actual, like, benefits of exercise start to count, you know? It's like, I think that metabolically there is a difference between movement versus exercise. You can be getting movement, going for a walk, you know, standing up and walking around, doing shit. Like, you can be doing movement, but your body doesn't really clock it as exercise because you're not hitting, like, certain benchmarks for heart rate and, like caloric exchange, basically. It's like the burning, it's like the effort that burns calories is what your body really understands as exercise. Did you find big improvements, BPD associated with exercising more? I don't know. I feel like my BPD is fairly well managed, so I don't know. I mostly, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I had a lot of shit going on, and I just was like, wow, I just feel better on a baseline. I feel like nebulously shitty a lot. Anybody? Show of hands? You feel nebulously shitty? I mean, like, before it was well managed. Well, the thing is that I didn't really exercise before. It wasn't until I was fairly well managed that I started feeling like I have wants and desires in the world. And then I started, like, wanting to exercise, right? So, like, I have exercised before, but there was also always so much stuff going on that I don't think I really noticed such a positive mental benefit. I think if you're just generally active all day, your body will start seeing that as your baseline, so it's no longer doing that. It's no longer doing as much as if you sit on a chair all day and then start being more active. Right, that's the thing, Avi, about changing your exercise routine after a while. Because if you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, your body adjusts to that and is like, this is normal now. And then you stop seeing improvements, which is why people like change their workout regimen every couple of months or something like that. Like, I think you should stick with one plan for like at least 6 weeks. If you start exercising and you're like, I'm doing this set of exercises, stick with that for like 6 weeks and then make a change. Or maybe longer and then make a change, right? Get a scale that can tell you your BMI. I don't think that your BMI is useful at all. Muscle mass could be useful, but I gotta get over the fear of guilt over not sticking with it. I mean, listen, any exercise is better than none, so as long as you're doing something, it's better than nothing. If you go for only 1 walk per week, it's better than going on 0 walks per week, even if you feel like, oh, I could have done more. Like, everybody could always do more if there wasn't such a thing as you being a human being who needs to rest sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, hypothetically, you have 24 workable hours of the day if you decided to ignore the fact that you're human and need to sleep. But it's like, there's a limit to that. There's an upward limit to what you should expect. Hybrid calisthenics. Yes, I love hybrid calisthenics. You do have to take care that you are still pushing yourself in that, because I think that because there's so many like easier versions of the exercises, it can be easy to like stick with the easy version of the exercises. And it's like you should be pushing yourself a little bit more than the easy versions of, because he'll start you doing wall push-ups instead of having you do push-ups on the ground. And that's just like, it's just a lot easier of an exercise. And so it doesn't trigger you in the same way where it's like, oh my God, my body is like, endorphins, chemicals. Anyway, goodness gracious, there's like 60 people in here almost. Oh, Hybrid Calisthenics is a YouTube channel, sorry. And it's a website where he has several different like little workout plans that you can do mostly just with your body weight. So push-ups, pull-ups, squats, stuff that you can do at home for the most part. I go to a gym 4 times a week. So like I personally am not sticking with that kind of body weight exercise stuff right now, although I might do it to supplement. I did not used to have to sleep as a child. Oh my God, I remember being a teenager when you could get like 2 hours of sleep and then still go to school the next day. I'm working on figuring out what my food allergies are. Good luck. Oh my God, that's so frustrating, and it makes weight fluctuations so hard to deal with. Anyway, how long is the documentary? It's not very long at all. So let's go ahead and take a look at, we've been streaming for just about an hour now. I'm gonna drink some coffee, but I have my stuff ready. We're gonna talk about a couple of things before we get into the D-Trans documentary. Mostly one thing. And if you're enjoying hanging out, hit the like button. We love the like button. Gently caress the like button. Everybody's always so violent toward the like button. They're like, smack that like button, smash that like button, and I'm like, no, be nice to the like button. Caress it gently. You don't always have to fuck her hard. In fact, sometimes that's not right to do. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. Softly while whispering sweet nothings. The like button. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the Tenacious D understanders in the chat. Much love to you all. I'm not gonna cook it, but I'll order it from Zanzibar. Right. We've just been talking about the 1 hours in daylight savings. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, I found out that I'm actually allergic to only some types of fungi, but not all, which means that cooking is now a game of Russian roulette. I thought that, like, a lot of grocery store mushrooms are, like, the same, and so I would assume that most cooking mushrooms are, like, the same easily noticed stuff, like, the same easily accessible, like, white mushrooms. Not at all true. Spoken like a true... We got the asexuals in the chat, okay? You don't always have to fuck her hard. Sometimes you don't have to do it at all. Gotta fucking give her some smooches, too. Yeah. Yeah, I got you, Nuvenol. I got you. I'm gonna finish this coffee up. I always have such a good chill time hanging out with y'all. Like, man, it's just such a warm, vibrant time of year. I am getting so into the fall decor. You may have noticed that I have crocheted some leaves. I have a whole bunch of crochet leaves all over my desk right now. And so I'm making garlands. I made a sunflower thing that's really pretty that you can see on my Patreon page. And man, like, I'm currently making, where is it? I'm making like a big leaf placemat thing that I don't even know if I have enough yarn for, but I'll find out today, I guess. So I'm doing the seasonal decor thing. And once I bust out all of the Thanksgiving related and like autumn decor that I want to, I'll probably just start working on a couple of Christmas things. Not really Christmas, Yule, whatever. They're the same decor wise. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm getting into the time of year. Time for a meeting. Goodbye. Have fun. Portobellos and shiitake are the ones I'm really allergic to. Oh, and portobellos are the ones that you get in the grocery store. That sucks. No, that's not fun. Yuletide sounds like a California version of Christmas. True. Yuletide. What does the tide part of Yuletide mean? What does that mean? It means Yule time, basically. But, like, what does it actually mean? Yeah, it just means time. So, I'm just getting into, like, I like seasonal decor bullshit. I think it's nice to think about and to change things about your environment and put things in a way that you're like, that's pretty and I like how it looks. What's being celebrated during Yule? So it is basically like, you know, it's the time that like the earth goes to sleep. So it's basically like a hearth-based holiday. Like it's like you are celebrating the fact that it's the darkest part of the year and the sun is going to come back and you're being inside with your family. Got a stream ad, nice. Yeah, so it's basically, it's a hearth holiday. It's a light holiday. It used to be a debauchery time of year a little bit, like, not so much nowadays, I guess. I want to try chanterelles, morels, and matsutake at some point. Time to go vassailing. Oh, yeah, like, I should do vassal this year. Ooh, oh, that's a good idea. Thank you so much for reminding me of the existence of that. I should make some, like, non-alcoholic vassal. Oh, that sounds so yummy. I've never done it before. Did you throw that mug? No, I gently placed it on my desk, okay? Celebrating not being dead. Winter is rough. Yeah, basically. I mean, like, you have to have good spirits during the cold months. So, you know, you use warm spices like the nutmeg and the cinnamon and allspice. Like, those are really warm, comforting spices that you'll use that time of year. And you exchange gifts and show appreciation, and you eat things that are like the type of stuff that you store over the winter. It's so good, right up there with mulled wine for me. I've also never had mulled wine or made mulled wine. It sounds so delicious, though. This is me actually becoming a person who likes quote-unquote Christmas, basically. Like, all the bullshit that people like about Christmas is stolen from, like, you know, heathen practices, essentially. Is it Celtic? Is that the origins? Kind of. You could say that. Like white people's religions in their decentralized form before, like, the presence of Christianity. And, like, not even just the religious customs, but, like, just the customs of what it was like to be, like, a farming... Lots of pagan appropriation. Yeah, no, here's my thing. I think I'm allowed to appropriate pagan stuff because I am a white person, you know? So it's like, there's German in my background, like, there's Anglo-Saxons in my background. I think that it completely makes sense for me to steal the religious practices of those people. Because those are, like, that is, like, the closest thing that I have to, like, a cultural or religious heritage. Most of Christianity is stolen from other stuff. Exactly. But yeah, and, like, so Christianity definitely does the appropriation of like Yule stuff. So I'm a little bit less curmudgeonly about Christmas stuff being in the stores now, because I do, I'm like, yeah, look at you guys getting on board with my religious practices, basically. The Zoroastrians. I know, poor Zoroastrians. I can't talk today. Oh, so tide, deriving from the Old English tidan, it can be used in combination for celebrations that pop up at other times of the year, such as Eastertide. Tidan resembles the Old English word tid, meaning time. I'm just guessing the pronunciation of that. I can't believe Lux is joining the war on Christmas on the side of Christmas. I know, I'm such a disappointment. I'm a bad atheist. Oh my gosh. Okay. Vossel. I gotta remember to make Vossel. That's such a good point. Okay. I know, what kind of leftist atheist am I? To be clear, I like Christmas decor and everything, okay? Listen, but I'm going hard on the fall decor right now. It's still fall. And I will go fuck myself up a wall right now if I'm gonna start decorating for Christmas in fucking November, okay? Like, it's just not happening. I need more time. And I'm still transitioning off of Halloween as well. Like, as a pagan, like, I'm in my in-between season between Samhain and Yule, which means that, like, stuff from, like, Halloween stays longer and then gets mixed in with the Thanksgiving stuff, and then we have Yule in December, right? Fossil is so fucking good that I've made it in the summer. I think autumn decor needs to be a bigger thing. Yes, because it's basically like Thanksgiving is getting consumed in the war between Christmas and Halloween. Like, Christmas is just extending further and further, and so people just, like, skip right to Christmas as soon as Halloween's over, and I just think that that's the wrong move. Like, not Thanksgiving, but just autumnal, seasonal stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really doing a lot of Thanksgiving-centric fall decor, but when I was Googling, like, crochet patterns, I was, like, using Thanksgiving as shorthand. Charlotte, thank you so much for the $5.69. Nice. Nice. That's a good one. $25.69. Oh, come on. Streamlabs has decided to hork up real quick. Cool. Love that for me. It'll be back momentarily. But anyway, thank you. 25, 69. Fuck yeah, dude. I vote we make Samhain a year-round celebration. I should just leave my Halloween decor up all year. I should just never bother to take it down. I need more of those earthy fall tones before all the dark winter colors. Right. I feel like the leaves are falling later and later. Is anybody else feeling like the leaves are... It's just like summer is longer and longer, and it takes forever for the leaves to start turning fun colors. So it's like our autumn season is getting shorter anyway. I'm in California. There isn't much of that here. Here's climate change for you. I'm down for skipping Thanksgiving specifically, but I'm big on a harvest festival type of fall festivity. As someone who hasn't started a holiday in several years, I don't know where to start on that. Just do little tiny, like, you start small. I started small. I have this, like, I have my pagan altar. I started just by changing out the decorations on this seasonally. And now it's just expanding to the kitchen and then, like, expanding all around everywhere in my house. My tree that used to always drop leaves before Halloween has only now started dropping them. Climate change! Anywho, let's continue to talk about some other stuff. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. In the Discord, someone posted a meme. Sometimes people be posting memes, and sometimes when you look into a meme, you find an article that confirms what the meme says. So I want to just look at this real quick. Oh, not that window. That's the wrong window. Hold on. Here we go. On Twitter, this is a fun meme. I like this meme right here. I bring a sort of, there is $524 billion worth of oil reserves in Palestine that Israel is trying to use this opportunity to take because they've already given out 12 licenses to 6 oil companies in the middle of this genocide vibe to the public discourse that anyone who wants to make sure we all focus on condemning Hamas first don't really like. So, yeah, obviously that was a quite verbose meme. But, yeah, they, like, basically this is claiming that Israel has sold oil licenses to some oil companies on the land that is Palestine, and that people don't like it when you bring that up, right? Why is it always oil? Like, truly, yeah, least wordy leftist meme. So I looked into, well, I kind of just, like, scrolled a little bit, and I found this article from Reuters, just, like, because I wanted to see if there was anything corroborating that claim. And there is. Israel awards gas exploration licenses to Eni, BP, and 4 others. So that's 6 oil companies. Israel's energy ministry said on Sunday that it had awarded 12 licenses to 6 companies to explore for natural gas off the country's Mediterranean coast, aiming to create more competition and diversify suppliers. So this started as Israel-Hamas is entering the 4th week, this conflict that we've all been... Has it really been a month? Has it really been a month? Oh my god. It feels like... I don't know that it feels like it's been that long that we've been hearing about this on the news, but wow, that feels crazy. So yeah, let's see. Some of these are supposed to explore an area west of the massive Leviathan field. Another group is supposed to explore north of the Leviathan. The licenses will last for an initial 3 years with the option to extend up to 7 years. This will enable the license holder to first study the area and only then decide whether to continue development. After a request for comment, someone says the company was awarded a license in the country's southern offshore gas basin. Any technical considerations on the prospects and timing of the activities are obviously premature. So they have only initially just been given this license. But, like, yeah, so this article, it says where this stuff is. I'm not totally sure where, like, what does the area north of Leviathan mean? But I'm assuming, based on the meme, that is, it is a place in Palestine. Like, Israel is selling the rights to land there. And, like, they keep bombing people and, like, telling them to go places and then bombing those places. And it's just, like, it kind of seems at this moment, just a tiny bit, like maybe they're just trying to clear the land off so that they can drill for oil there. And it's, like, it's always a curious thing, the question of what does our government know about this particular intersection of interesting geopolitical issues? The very interesting intersection between drilling for more oil and committing war crimes and human rights atrocities. Weird crossover. Curiouser and curiouser. No worries. It's fine if you misspell things in the chat, because most of the time I just filter through it and say the correct thing anyway. It's giving Iraq. True. Can't even argue with that. Want to keep my notes organized. Men will literally do genocides to get at oil rather than switch to renewable energy. There's, like, way too many Hamas targets. It's like some areas were completely flattened. They were just all over there, right? And they put, like, 20 hospitals. I was seeing reports earlier that allegedly Israel not only is targeting hospitals, but is specifically targeting the generators and solar panel systems of hospitals to ensure that they can't remain functional. There's so many different reports, so it's hard to, like, prove the veracity of any of this. How about me using oil for my skin because it's going to start getting dry pretty soon? True. Okay, listen. I don't want to get on a whole side tangent about skincare because I feel like that's going to lose a lot of you. I don't know. There's plenty of trans femmes in my audience, right? You people care about skincare. I am so dry in the winter. My winter shower routine literally involves putting a layer of oil on my body before I get in the shower. Like, because it's like it helps prevent you from drying out so much in the shower. It picks up some of the dirt off of you anyway. And then after the shower, it's like intense skin cream stuff because I am just such a dry person. Oil on top of lotion after shower is life-changing. I don't do that. I do use, like, a body cream, though, during the winter. I use oil after drying off every shower. What oil are y'all using? Y'all who just put straight up oil on your body after your shower, what kind of oil do you use? Because I'm using, like, a sesame oil for before my shower. WD-40, yeah, or sorry, not WD-40, 10W30. Yeah, motor oil, exactly. Coconut oil? Okay. How do y'all deal with the feeling of water touching your lotioned skin after a shower, though? I mean, you dry off a little bit before you put on the lotion. Castor oil and Dove shampoo. Sandalwood body oil for massage. Well, sandalwood is the smell. That doesn't tell me what the oil is made out of. Hemp seed oil? Okay. When I oil my legs before showering, I get way less ingrown hairs. Fun stuff. Anyway, thank you for talking to me about skincare for a second. My favorite is the Cetaphil lotion. I love Cetaphil. It's, like, my favorite brand, I think. I use CeraVe sometimes as well because they're both sensitive skin brands, but CeraVe kind of sucks. I mean, like, if I go to wash dishes or something later on and water gets on my skin where the lotion is, it feels slimy. Oh, you need a lotion that absorbs into your skin better? Like, you need a lotion that absorbs better because, you know, if you put lotion on, it should not feel oily after, like, 5 or 10 minutes. Like, if you use a heavier body cream, it might take longer, but, like, a regular lotion should just absorb into your skin pretty quickly. Yeah, take care of your skin, y'all. Winter is coming. CeraVe was bought by L'Oreal, who changed the formula, so it's no wonder it sucks now. Yeah. Palmer's cocoa butter formula with vitamin E. It's a clarified oil, and it smells like chocolate and baby oil. Delicious. Yes, I want to smell like chocolate. That's truly what I want to smell like. No, my lotions, for the most part, don't smell like anything. There's only oil in it. Cocoa butter formulation with vitamin E. What do we recommend instead of CeraVe? Cetaphil. Like, I'll spell it. Cetaphil. That's the good brand if you have really sensitive skin. Personal opinion. L'Oreal and Estee Lauder bought a shit ton of brands. Yeah. Like, I don't trust any products made by Johnson & Johnson. Like, I just... you know, like, I understand that the brand is supposed to be fine on other products, but, like, the issue with the baby powder being carcinogenic, and then, like, even now, they have lawsuits regarding their shampoos making people's hair fall out. And, yeah, I just don't trust Johnson & Johnson as a brand. Cannot believe they killed my boy, R.I.P. CeraVe. Right. I'm trying to find a good eye cream, and I don't know that Cetaphil makes one. And, like, CeraVe... Oh, I also... you might try Vanacream is another one that's, like, good for sensitive skin. I use Vanacream sometimes. Anyhoozle. I'm wondering what lotions I can take with me on the plane. I don't know. I think that you should just put... If you have a lotion, just put it in your bag that goes in the compartment in the bottom of the boat. Like don't try to bring a carry-on lotion, is what I'm trying to say. I'm slightly disappointed that Cetaphil added niacinamide to their gentle cleanser. I mean, it works fine for me. And I have pretty sensitive dry skin on my face, so... What's up, Decoy Duck? Hello! Okay. My Sweetheart Swears by Clinique or Estee Hyaluronic Acid. Okay, I think I need to go ahead and refill my water before we get started on this D-Trans documentary, but we are about to get started on the D-Trans documentary. Okay? Do you want me to prove it to you? Proof. Look at that. Look at this. We're on the PragerU website. Prageru. D-Trans. The dangers of gender-affirming care. Okay? That's what we're gonna do here in a minute. For some people, niacinamide causes a reaction. It's why they would be wanting to use Cetaphil cleanser since it didn't have shit like that in it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Can we hit 69 likes today? I don't know if we're going to hit 69 in donos, which is fine, but I would like to hit 69 likes, okay? Help me help you. Documentary, yes. Time for another cup of Devil Mountain Black Label coffee. Devil Mountain Black Label coffee sounds so intense. What are the, quote, dangers of gender-affirming care? Well, we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn us what the dangers are. They're gonna explain it to us. We're gonna go to the University of Prager, okay? It's a university, right? Which means that they couldn't possibly be misleading you about anything. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm gonna run and get more water. I encourage you to grab yourself a water or a little snicky snack. Let me do this real quick. Let me change something real quick. Nope. I was about to type Prageru. That's not right. Nope, that's not correct. Okay. Just want to make sure that my overlays and stuff are at least ready. Pegging you. True. Am I going to end up pregnant? Pregnant. The dangers of trans-affirming care is that you become too sexy. It's true. Yeah, I am gothic sports cat dad. I'm gothic sports dad. It's so stupid how accurate that is. I fucking hate how accurate that is. I'm goth sports dad. Oh, man. It's like, I need that on a t-shirt. I need to have one custom t-shirt printed that says goth sports dad. And there needs to be some kind of art on it. I think it needs to say more than just goth sports dad. But, you know. Jiminy Christmas. Okay, more water. You get water too. Okay, excuse me. I'm sorry to interrupt your stream of watching the chair, okay? I'm sorry to interrupt your... The way Lux fled? Oh, did I... Was it funny? I don't... Ah! Okay. Hembry. The dangers of gender-affirming care is that I live to old age and have more environmental impact. That's too funny. That's really funny. Oh, with the bleh sound effect. I see. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't really talk about PragerU on this channel very much because PragerU is... I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't think that they have any credibility. I don't usually think that it's worth it to talk about them because it's like, why? Why am I gonna drive more attention toward PragerU? Like, I just don't know what the point is of me doing that. But now that I've been at this for a longer time, I'm starting to realize that the reason to respond to PragerU is because it's funny. And like, if they're gonna continue to say stupid things, then I am going to respond to them because, like, frankly, that's what does well on the channel. Like, so, you know, like, video responding to PragerU slips in hints about you should still be wearing a mask. Like I don't know. I gotta figure out how to get my more important political ideas out there by doing, like, stupid reaction content. So here we are doing that. It's a lol cow. Exactly. We're just gonna keep sucking the energy out of it. Because apparently they're just gonna keep making content, and me not responding to it is not doing anything but mean... It doesn't do anything but mean that I'm not gonna get the viewers who want to see PragerU responses. So for those people, you're welcome. Wearing a mask, true. Okay, the chair is old news. I'm here for the vines now. Well, I'm okay with that. The vines are okay with that. We are all in agreement that that's perfectly acceptable. I'm just sticking with the Halloween colors because I like that a lot. Like the orange and the purple. It's good stuff. Okay, let me get this teed up and ready. I need my headphones for this. We're gonna watch a video. Also, PragerU is influential in Florida now because, perhaps Ohio as well, because their videos are being shown in schools, so it is worth talking about and debunking. That's a really good point, Charlotte. Thank you over there in the YouTube chat. I appreciate that commentary. That's a good point. Like I do think I've made that point before as well with like Ariel Scarcella. There's going to be people who are new to her content every day. There's going to be people who've never heard the transphobic arguments, and then suddenly they're going to hear her talk and they're going to start thinking things that aren't accurate. And so you do have a responsibility, if you are the kind of person who makes this content, to sort of continually debunk and like every once in a while do a video covering Ariel Scarcella, because if she's going to be popular, or whoever it is, I'm just using Ariel as an example, Prageru, Ariel Scarcella, Blair White, whoever it is, if you just let them be, that doesn't really accomplish anything. Except for people being further radicalized because you think that you're above debunking these people, as though people aren't still going to be exposed to their content. It's like spoilers, you know? It's the reason why I'm such a stickler about spoilers. There's new people all the time who haven't seen the thing yet. So there's new people all the time who haven't heard good arguments against transphobia. Let's get upset together, truly. Okay, let's get ready. Let's get the... Make sure that the... I'm gonna make sure that the audio is good real quick. Oh my god, that's so loud. It was loud in my ear for a minute there. It's fine. So intense.
Courage. Here, boy. Come here, Courage. There you are.
Okay, hold on. Cool. Let me take this back a little bit. Because, okay. Stop playing automatically, bro. Cease and desist. All right. Prageru, it's time. Okay, let me move this as well. G-Mini Christmas. There's so many things. Nope, that's not the right thing. Give me this. I'll move it over here. Yep. Yep. Yeah. 1 second in and already a jump scare. True. I'm sorry. That's how it's gonna be. Wow. Short documentaries. Like, I just want to make fun of the fact that it's like, oh, this is a documentary. It's a YouTube video. It's only 20 minutes long. Oh my god.
Here, boy.
They just take themselves so seriously.
Come here, Courage. There you are. See, this is Courage, and he's going to pull me through. Okay, Courage.
Oh, that's so invasive. Is this like a detransitioner's video from when they were a kid? Ooh, why? You know they have bogus material when the intro needs to go that hard. Why is it not playing now? Okay, now. Okay, good.
Pull me, Courage. Pull.
Oh, I think that's Daisy. Listen. Stop buffering. I'm not going to tolerate this bullshit. Why? It says that it's loaded more than that. You can tell it's them by the dead look in their eyes, truly. Okay.
I really am sad that I took my voice for granted. Like, I didn't just take it for granted. I hated it. Like, and now, like, I would do anything to have that voice again.
This is one of the things that frustrates me so much about assigned female detransitioners, especially, is like, you can just voice train. Like, you can just voice train and get your female sounding voice back. Like, literally, anything but voice training, apparently. I will do literally anything except become friends with trans women who have all the secrets for telling me how to pass as a woman. Like, it's like, why do the detransitioners have to go so hard the other direction? Not all of them do, and I want to be clear on that before we get too far into this. We're responding to a couple of individuals who were cherry-picked because they're weirdly radical and delusional about their detransition processes. The overwhelming majority of people who detransition are doing it because they don't have medical access or because they are dealing with social rejection from their families. And most people who detransition go on to retransition later. So it's like specifically the kind of people who desist and remain. They go back to being, I'm totally cisgender the way I was born, and they stay there and they become anti-trans also. Like, it's a vanishingly small, tiny, minuscule minority But the fact that there are a grand total of 2 of those people who exist means that they're going to get paraded out over and over and over again. I didn't actually know that Daisy was going to be in a documentary, because, like, she's not the detransitioner that I think of when I think of detrans people. Like, Chloe Cole just has such a household name that I'm surprised that Prageru didn't tap Chloe for this. I don't know. I knew a dude who, quote, detransed to being a gender punk. Truly, and I'll go into this maybe more later, but, like, I think that almost all detrans people are just some flavor of non-binary. Change my mind.
Now it's your turn to teach me.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be all melodramatic.
Come back out with me later, okay? Say hi, Mom. Our goal here is to offer gender-affirming therapy.
There is a substantial body of research that shows these treatments work.
Hey, we watched that. Okay, so first of all, I know who this person is. Is that Naomi? Her name is Naomi, right? Or nominal Naomi? I didn't know that she was going to be in this. But Mr. Minter was in that judiciary committee that we watched, and he's a transgender man who works with like an advocacy group for trans youth, I think. Nominal Naomi, more like based Naomi. Yeah, the face zoom is very spooky. Is this how they get away with showing trans people who didn't consent to being in this documentary? Is that they should just show like a super zoomed in, cropped version of the face?
Dysphoria is proven to be life-saving medical care.
It really comes down to how uncomfortable with their body parts.
Deciding to permanently alter the bodies
and do
of
they want to
children.
change those bodies?
Mike Johnson. Voice of Mike Johnson.
There for their detransitioning. Nobody.
Enough children have already been victimized by this barbaric pseudoscience.
Ridiculous.
My childhood was ruined. This needs to
And this
stop.
is like a bunch of clips of Daisy.
Have a serious problem.
I had an alter ego.
Is there a solar flare? Is that what someone said earlier? Hold on. I'm gonna take this back 15 seconds and see if it'll play.
Nobody.
Enough children have already been victimized.
Come on. Why? Prager uwu. Come on. Work. We're only a minute in. Go, go. Somehow I get to click like number 69 again. Congrats. Ooh, we hit 69 likes for the stream, though. Yes, queen. Why? Why is this happening? Stream is still showing that it has a decent connection. But this website just doesn't want to work. If detransitioners had the support they need, would the right have any poster children for their grift? I don't think so. Prageru, come on. Okay, we're gonna start this over. See if we can get it to work after a page refresh. Let's
Want to change those bodies?
There for their detransitioning.
Okay, here we go. Let's try this again.
Nobody.
Enough children have already been victimized by this barbaric pseudoscience.
Ridiculous.
My childhood was ruined. This needs to stop.
Have a serious problem.
Okay.
I
Very
had
dramatic.
an alter ego, and he was like this boy that I like customized in my mind of like the ideal boy. Other
Okay.
girls looked so different than I did. They were, expressing themselves very differently.
I almost feel like Daisy's voice is deeper than the last time I watched one of her YouTube videos.
Hey guys, so for today.
I was depressed, hopeless, and I was feeling pretty dejected and scared and alone. I didn't like life. Like, I just wanted to stay in my room all day.
Yeah, that's like being depressed. And like sometimes the reason that you're depressed is because of gender reasons. Like, who knows what your problem was? Like, I don't know. If you weren't in therapy. I wouldn't doubt that they pitch shifted her. I don't think they need to. What I'm trying to say is, like, I wouldn't be surprised if she speaks with a deep voice to emphasize, like, oh, this thing that was done to me. Because, we know that she could just do voice training, right? And so instead of voice training, it's almost like she's doing the opposite. She's like, I'm gonna make sure that I talk as deep as I physically can at any given time.
As you spiral into depression, it really feels like you're in a hole that is so infinitely deep, and the depression...
Dude, what is with all this weird B-roll? Did you see any of that? Like, they had to film all of that, like her yelling at the camera randomly. This is so weird.
Just was really debilitating in that I didn't really care about
Self-worth, it's not a real thing.
improving myself, because I already felt like I was just, like, I shouldn't have been born. Just having really, like, dark thoughts. I always just felt very much like there was just something wrong with me. And I was trying to figure it out, and I used the internet to help me do that.
Oh, Daisy's problem is that they're still trans but being suppressed by Catholic abuse. If you see their tweets about how they are constantly having dreams of being a man and constantly want to be a man and they won't do it because it would, quote, destroy their family. Yeah, I've been seeing a little bit of that. And I did respond to Daisy a little bit on Twitter, actually. Like, she was like, oh, it's only occasional that I think about being a man. And but like, meanwhile, I was like, you literally said that you dream that you're a man. And she was like, well, whatever, dreams are weird sometimes. And I was like, you might say that they're revealing, especially if you're having a dream repeatedly. And I was like, maybe sometimes you are a man, and it is only sometimes, and that's just called being non-binary, and you can stop being so weird about it now. Like, she is still dysphoric, by the way. Like, I don't know if she's going to talk about that in this documentary, so I didn't want to front-load it too much, but she does claim, like, she says that she still is dysphoric. Like, but she talks about it in two different ways. Like, she's, like, dysphoric about... and, like, still wants to be a man, but she also talks about the dysphoria of, like, not being able to fit in as a woman anymore. And so it just screams to me, like, okay, you're non-binary. Duh. Like, stop being just so weird about it. And, yeah, she does claim to be she's a Roman Catholic. It's fucking blah, 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 blah.
That's where I felt like I could diagnose myself. My favorite websites were YouTube and Tumblr. It's such a...
These random people that are getting, like, catching strays for just, like, because they are on the internet and they've decided to put them in this Prageru video.
Huge amount of content that I consumed at that time. I mean, I watched a lot of trans people. I watched a lot of, you know, gender transformation videos and saw these people really just, like, go from female to male visually. Like, they looked like men, and I was like, whoa, I didn't even know that it was possible for a woman to pass as a man that well.
Wow, yeah, look at that. Amazing. The world, like, that's what happens. Yeah, you're trans and you think it's impossible, and then you see one singular trans person who is doing the thing that you didn't even know that you wanted to do until you saw them doing it, and then you're like, oh my god, the world is, like, like, the world is livable now. This is so depressing for reasons Prageru will never understand. Yeah, like, it's depressing that someone, like, was struggling and found their joy and is now gonna be, like, depressed and weird. And, like, I kind of am curious, like, whether she's in an abusive relationship, because she's talked sometimes about how she's insecure about not being female enough for her husband. And, like, she talks about her difficulties with being a parent and, like, failing at motherhood. And I feel like, yeah, she's been, like, groomed by her family and possibly her husband into being detrans, essentially. Like, so it's, like, hard to come at her sideways almost if you really think about, like, who is she around? Like, who in her life is supporting her? Is she in therapy? I don't think she is. I think she probably might go to confession or something, but I think she does confession, like, instead of therapy. Is that what Catholics do? Catholics just go to confession instead of therapy. Anyway, hit like if you're just as confuzzled about this as I am.
It's really dark when you think about it, because the people who are consuming this are children, like 13, 14, 15 years old. And
sometimes it's not like that content is made for them for the most part.
It's so easy for them to literally be groomed. I just started...
Oh yeah, and, like, literally be groomed. Loving that. Like, it being exposed to the idea that something is normal over a period of time is grooming, instead of it being a systematic means of sexually exploiting a child by weaseling your way into the good graces of their family, very specifically.
looking into all of it, I was like, oh, so there's genderqueer, gender fluid, there's agender, there's like, you can be
So
a
scary.
demi-girl, which
Look
is
at all
when
these
you're like
flashing lights, it's so
90%
scary.
girl, 10% not girl. Like, there's just an infinite amount of ways that you can interpret and express your own gender identity, and your gender identity is who you are, and nobody gets to take that away from you.
Yes.
So hearing
all three
that,
good things.
I just became very
All, like, it's one of those times where it's like conservatives state the leftist position in a way that is supposed to be scaremongering, but it is just like, yeah, no, that's, yeah, correct, objectively. Why do you why are you acting like that's weird? Why are you just saying a normal thing and acting like it's weird? Right. And we have people in our community who were actually groomed by family members, so all this like trans equals groomer shit is really upsetting. Like accusing people who are often, like, statistically, we are often victims of sexual violence and like victims of child sexual violence. And then being accused of being a perpetrator of those things is really jacked up, rhetorically speaking. But we've been talking about that for like well over a year now.
very interested in having a male persona. The more time I spent online, the more it felt like real life.
Okay.
And the more real it felt, which eventually led to me just fully transitioning.
Okay. Is there any way to speed this up?
So I came out to my parents as Ollie, and I went to this, I guess, behavioral mental health clinic for like 6 days. They had a meeting with my parents, and they basically told my parents that if you don't validate Oliver.
What do you mean you went for 6 days? They put you in a place for 6 days to be evaluated for gender? Wait, that sounds like something else was going on. What do you mean you were in the hospital for 6 days? Yeah, the B-roll. What is it with ollies and grifting people?
Or if you don't validate him, then this is just gonna get worse. The best thing that you can do to help him is to accept him as your son. But I already felt like I wasn't what my mom had expected. And for me, transitioning was the closest
This is so dramatic. All of this film is so dramatic. Can you imagine taking yourself this seriously?
I could come to killing myself without actually doing it. With all of these mental struggles that I was having, not knowing how to make sense of it on my own, and consuming so much of the trans narrative,
And just loving life.
hearing people say this made me so much happier.
Again, random people getting
This
caught up.
alleviated my pain.
It's so funny to me. Like, just scream at the camera for a bit while we put a strobe light on you. We're gonna use this footage in our documentary. Oh my god, dude, it's too much.
I wanted to alleviate my pain. I also didn't want to be who I was. So with transitioning, I could do both of those things. I could alleviate my pain and I can become someone else. I wanted to escape my own identity as Daisy.
My name is Ali Chadra, and this is my voice.
That sounds like some really weird retrospective, that really sounds like a narrative that changed in retrospect. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can tell trans people are scary because look at all the spooky lighting.
One day before testosterone.
Love the piano music. Love that.
That was
a nice touch.
really the beginning. I wasn't just playing
so
around
funny.
anymore. I wasn't just playing dress up anymore. Like I was actually going to become a trans man and live my life that way.
It's giving ContraPoints a little bit. Oh, do we get to talk about a different
Culturally,
person
we
now?
are Mexican, and men have to be very masculine in our culture. And I wasn't the most masculine growing up, and I think that
So this is a trans feminine person now? So many people are calling this Minecraft music and I just want to slap them. Good. I don't listen to music while I play games like Minecraft. Like, I usually have it quiet so that I can watch a movie or something. So I don't know what Minecraft music sounds like at all. Doctor, will I be able to play the piano after transitioning? If you ask Chloe Cole, the answer is no, because apparently she has a million connective tissue disorder issues that were brought on by testosterone poisoning. Anyway.
had a part on everything that eventually led me to do what I did. It was around middle school. I was surfing YouTube one day, and a video popped up, male to female, and that eventually planted the seeds of doubt. It allowed me to be...
Like, just to be clear, again, like, the fact that this is presented as though encountering transness online is a bad thing. Like, there's an implication that this content should not be online where children can access it because it will confuse them. And, like, by extension, there is an unspoken argument being made that trans people should not exist in public at all because any knowledge that trans people exist and that this is normal, like, is not acceptable in public. Therefore, like, this is why they try to restrict the access of public, like, people being trans in public, you know, like, by limiting bathroom access and things like this. Like, you can't be somewhere in public for longer than a couple hours if you can't use the restroom anywhere. I'm trying to think if I've ever met an AMAB with connective tissue disorders like EDS. All my friends who have it are AFAB. Right. I have noticed that as well. I don't know what the issues are, what the health issues are associated with, like, AMAB trans people, but there is, like, definitely an association of connective tissue disorders with people who are assigned female and also trans and queer. So, yeah, knowledge of people existing is grooming. That's exactly the argument, truly.
Caught by the ideology that eventually led me to hurt myself.
Ideology.
Eventually, I just wanted an answer to be given to me on who I was, and I went to see a therapist, and I had only asked, I think I might be trans, I don't know, I want to know. The therapist, immediately on my first appointment with her, said, yes, I am a transgender woman. She had my letter to transition the same appointment. After that...
I mean, you could have been more clear about what you needed, because, like, the therapists who are good at their job as far as hormones are concerned don't want to be a barrier between you and getting the care that you need. So if you can be clear and say, well, I'm here because I would like to talk about this and get therapy to understand what's going on. Like, so if you take that and go on and, like, do the medication, it's like, you have informed consent. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You're the one who follows through. I have received prescriptions before that I have not filled because I ultimately ended up being like, well, they tried to throw some medicine at this, but that's not, like, the thing that I need right now. Like, they're trying to throw birth control at this issue that I was having, like, 10 years ago, and I was like, that's not the solution to my problem. My brother in Christ, you made the sandwich. Yeah, you picked it up and you ate it.
I just took everything slowly.
That's usually good.
But eventually my father found out what I was doing. And due to our culture, he was not happy. And he took me to Mexico and had me have sexual relationship against my will with a prostitute.
Okay. So you were
I was
abused.
a 19-year-old kid, and my father told the prostitute, take good care of him, it's his first time. He was trying to prove that I was a man.
Yeah, I mean, that's fucked up. Like, that's a fucked up thing to happen. Like, obviously that's bad. But that doesn't have anything to do with you being trans. That's your dad being abusive. If you had been gay, he would have done the same thing. Like, made you had sex with a female prostitute. Like, that's what would have happened.
That broke me, obviously.
So dramatic.
After that, I go back to the therapist and told her I wanted to transition. And she recommended I start my social and medical intervention as soon as I can.
Wait, so what were you doing before that your dad caught? Wait. He just said that he started his social and medical transition after that sexual assault. Like, what were you doing before that your dad found out and did this abusive thing to you? Like, I don't understand the timeline there. There's thunder, so ominous. Right, if your D-Trans documentary is about how terrible transphobic parents are, then, like, I don't know what to tell you except that the problem is not being trans. Like, oh, the rate of suicide is so much higher in the trans community, therefore letting your kid transition means that they're going to be more likely to commit suicide. Like, no, it's the lack of acceptance which them not coming out is the ultimate form of lack of acceptance, so that's why they're at highest risk then. Anyway, God. I'm just gonna become an auctioneer, I think. That's what I'm gonna do.
11 months after I had started hormones, I was transferred to another medical professional who, after speaking with him for one time only, he approved me for surgery. And a few weeks after that session, I got 2 letters from my insurance approving me for surgery.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. If you're lying to your doctor about what you want to do and what you need, then, like, of course they're gonna okay you. Because, again, doctors of good conscience don't want to be, like, a cisgender person telling a trans person that they're not really trans.
But I was a little surprised that I received my letter for bottom surgery, which was removal of my genitals without even asking.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Hold on. Let's go back over that again.
I was transferred to another medical professional who, after speaking with him for one time only, he approved me for surgery. And a few weeks after that session, I got 2 letters from my insurance approving me for surgery. But I was a little surprised that I received my letter for bottom surgery, which was removal of my genitals without even asking.
What do you mean? What do you mean without even asking? Yeah, true, you got the approval letter without even asking? Like, you went to the appointment. What are you talking about? They ask you, like, do you want an approval letter? Like, do you need a letter for surgery? And you have to say, yes, I need a letter for surgery. Like, what are you Okay.
My name is Ali Chadra. This is my voice pre-T. My name is Ali Chadra, and this is my voice 1 month on T.
2 days ago was my official 3 months on testosterone. This is my voice 4 months on T. It's probably not really a good thing that I was able to get my hormones so easily.
Dude, Daisy in early transition days, and I mean, actually, frankly, Daisy now, reminds me a lot of Topher Grace. You know what I mean? Like, so much. So much like Topher Grace. I don't know if that's a mean thing to say. Yeah, true. If you don't want bottom surgery, the approval letter, you could just put it in a filing cabinet and ignore it. The approval letter itself didn't cut your dick off. Like, you got the letter, and then you needed to schedule surgery, and then you probably need to do a consultation where they inspect you so that they can determine what method is going to be most appropriate. Like, there's so many steps in between. There's just, like, so many incremental things you would have had to do to make that happen. It's crazy that people act like, oh, they're just throwing surgeries around. Like, what the, like, even medically necessary surgeries you need referrals for and stuff. Like, you can't just go up to a surgeon's office and be like, yes, I would like you to give me a heart transplant, please. Anyway.
I mean, anyone can go in there. Not only did they send me home with the hormones, but I actually did my very first shot right there in the doctor's office.
Me too.
And I was just euphoric, and it was real, and I was actually going to start seeing changes, and I was going to start passing, which basically meant that everyone around me was going to see me as a boy, an actual boy.
I didn't care as much about that, but, you know, good for you, dude. Like, good for you.
Feels good. This makes me happy. I'm actually feeling the feelings that, you know, all those, like, trans people online were saying that they felt.
I just want to say that I'm literally so happy.
Hey, it's no offense.
So much better than I thought it would be.
Seemingly out of nowhere.
It's Ash. Oh, I feel so bad. I feel so bad.
Where
that
we've
Ash
suddenly
is in
seen
this.
a huge spike in
get past
media.
it. I feel so bad that Ash is in this. Like, they have received so much negative press, and, like, they clearly have had a difficult time. And, like, their most recent videos that they've posted on their main channel are about, like, how traumatic it has been for them to be, for their body and their transition and all this stuff to be, like, on display in this way. Like, the kind of scrutiny that there is about the grooming and stuff, and, like, that Ash had a hard time not internalizing that, that, like, they are inherently harmful to children, like, that they are doing something harming children when, like, that's the opposite of what most decent people would want. And it really messed Ash up, and so I'm upset that they used their footage in this documentary. That's really fucked up.
depictions and social media depictions of transgenderism. It's even reached the mainstream advertising world. And I think this is all coming to a head in what this really means for our society. In cases like the case of Layla Jane, a young girl whose breasts were removed at age 13 by doctors who fed her a lie.
Take this next case. Layla Jane was born a girl.
Okay, so they're coming up with more and more detransitioners. It's like, are these people earnestly detrans, or are they like, oh, I've realized that I can make money this way? This lawyer worked on the Trump 2020 team. Love that. Love that. I'm not familiar with Ash. What is their YouTube channel? It's just Ash Hardell. Hardell. Yeah, G. Hariel got it for you.
Layla Jane experienced a host of medical issues in her youth. Her mother, who is bipolar, expressed to these physicians and therapists that her daughter might be bipolar, but she actually never received any diagnosis or treatment for that. The family went to one physician who, after less than a 2-hour appointment, green-lighted the hormone therapy, and in a similarly or even shorter period of time, a plastic surgeon signed off after one visit on removing her breasts.
Okay, again, you have to go through this whole process. Like, I don't know what to tell you if you're like, okay, well, the mom, I almost thought that she was going to be like, well, the mom was bipolar, therefore she decided to do this crazy thing to her kid. But it's more like the mom was bipolar and therefore the kid could be bipolar and they needed to be psychiatrically evaluated, I think is the point. You know, if you're a bipolar, you're not allowed to be trans, is what that comes down to.
Like most young women who go down this path of identifying transgenderism as the solution to their problems, reinforced by irresponsible medical care providers, it's likely that if physicians had properly diagnosed all of the issues present in Layla Jane as a child, she would never have gone down this path.
When parents of
She's fine. She looks fine. Yeah, oh no, after one visit, terrible.
Kids are referred to specialized gender clinics, they're often told that they're going to get comprehensive, multidisciplinary mental health assessments. We know that that's not true. In practice, these kids were put on a fast track to medical transition.
Layla is now 18.
So if your kid is like 8 years old, usually there's a longer process of going through the medical care stuff. But like, if you're 16 in the state of Kansas, like, you can consent to most medical care. You know, like, you don't even need to be an adult to consent to medical care. You don't need a parent to sign off for you on medical care stuff in certain places below the age of 18. Yeah, Captain Cougar in the chat, the damage of not transitioning is irreversible. Right, this is the one thing that they never are willing to acknowledge. That there are way more trans people who are damaged by the irreversible puberty that they went through versus transitioning and then detransitioning and being upset by that.
And is fighting back. So this does not happen to anyone else.
My name is Prisha Mosley. I was a 15-year-old girl when the trans community found me, already diagnosed with multiple mental illnesses, including anorexia.
They sought you out. They knocked on your bedroom window. They were like, hello, and then like snuck you out and took you to the hormones party where they shot you up full of testosterone. Like, what do you... Yeah, they were going door to door. Like, excuse me, miss, can we interest you in, you know, a deluge of bigotry worse than the misogyny that you already deal with on the, like, regular... Like, I don't...
A body dysmorphic disorder, and borderline personality disorder, a trauma disorder. I was easy to manipulate and convince that I had been born in the wrong body. I was told that this was the reason for all of my mental and emotional distress.
Gender specialist,
Well, you seem fine. Like, you seem totally fine. This video is very memeable, true.
Taken to see. Told my parents that I need to be put on puberty blocking drugs right away. They asked my parents a simple question. Would you rather have a dead daughter or a living transgender son? This is the moment that we all became victims of so-called gender-affirming care.
But is this the document we're talking about? You needed this letter signed by a therapist to open up the door for you to get these medical treatment. Is this the document that we were talking about earlier?
Yes, it is.
And it took you how long to get this?
Oh, 30 minutes.
The ideology that has become dominant at these clinics is that...
Yes, correct. Like, right. Like, I just don't understand. Why do cisgender people think that they get to be the arbiters of whether trans people get access to the medical care that they want? Have you ever thought about having a wiener? No. 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 Anyway.
That trans kids know who they are, and therefore to question them, to ask basic therapeutic questions like, could your gender dysphoria or gender identity have been triggered by some other event in your life? Basic questions of screening are completely taboo in these circles. But the truth is that parents don't have much of a choice in the matter.
Well, it's not like we have a scientific basis for determining who's really trans and who's not. Again, you can't rely on the 20, 30, 40 years of trans people telling you what you want to hear in order to get medical care and have that be like the standard, you know? Like, we want access to the care. We will tell you anything you need to hear in order to give it to us, which is why there's this, like, some cisgender person came up with the narrative that everybody always knows as soon as they're like 4 years old, young trans girls will try on their mommy's heels. And like, because cis people decided that that was the standard, then every trans woman lies and says that she wore her mommy's dress every time their parents left the house. Like, they're gonna tell you anything they think you want to hear in order to get access to the care. That's the thing about cis people setting these standards. It's like, is there an actual trans person who has had comorbid issues and is like, I can tell you how depression and transition feelings work out. Like, I can tell you what it's like to be dysphoric and also have schizophrenia. Like, imagine the standards of care actually being set by people who are affected by it. 30 minutes is actually a long-ass doctor appointment. That would be a pretty thorough evaluation for most medical concerns. Yeah, and like the other person who, they were like, an appointment less than 2 hours long. It's like, what do you mean an appointment less than 2 hours long? What do you mean an appointment with a doctor that lasted more than an hour that was like comprehensively going over all your issues, I guess? I did do that stuff in private, though. I never would have admitted it when I was younger. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, plenty of girls actually did dress up in their mommy's clothes. But, like, you know, that doesn't mean that that's a requirement. Who is the old painting we keep seeing flash in? I'm not sure. I don't know if they're going to address that at some point. They do keep showing a picture of, like, a George Washington-ass motherfucker, so I don't know. Let's see.
And doctors are telling parents in front of their distressed children, if you don't consent to the use of puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones, your child is going to die by suicide.
I really do think that all those claims are exaggerated. Like, I just think that you're lying about what these doctors are saying. Like, unless you can provide some kind of documentation or proof, like, I'm sorry that that's the position that I officially hold, but my official position is I think you're lying about the idea that parents are being pressured to seek this care. You know, it's like, they might be told, like, if we don't address this in a certain timeline, then if the condition gets worse, we could be facing depression and self-harm behaviors. But I really doubt that they're just straight up saying, your kid will be dead. And like, yeah, maybe individual nurses are exaggerating, maybe you could say. Individual healthcare providers could exaggerate or maybe like not phrase things in a way that is ideal. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the entirety of the whole process is a failure. And like, yeah, by the time you're 15 or 16, it's understood that you are cognizant enough to understand the long-term consequences. You are allowed to consent to permanent things at that age with parental consent. You are allowed to get a tattoo at age 16 with parental consent because there's an understanding that, you know, oh, generally speaking, the law is that you can't get it until you're 18 because generally speaking, folks are not responsible enough until age 18, whatever. And then we give the discretion to parents for the parents to say, well, I know my kid well enough, and I know that my kid is responsible enough to heal the tattoo, and my kid's responsible enough to know that this is a permanent long decision, and then the parent signs off because the understanding is that they understand their kid and they know what their kid needs. And so it's the same thing here with gender-affirming care. The parents are involved in the process, and the kids are involved, and the doctors are involved, and you have to indicate that you want the care, at least. Not to mention trans kids are not even on surgery and hormones. Instead, they only transition socially. Right, yeah, like there's like a fuzzy, you know, line between children versus teenagers, and people do try to say, oh, it's children getting these things done to them. In reality, it's always post-pubescent teenagers. Like, you have to be at a certain stage of puberty in order to even start puberty blockers. So anyway, The Little Mermaid made me a lesbian by making Eric so boring. True.
I believe that most doctors who practice gender-affirming medicine,
Gender dysphoria.
they genuinely, sincerely believe that they're doing good, but they're not.
Finland, Sweden,
Okay,
France.
it's literally never a good thing to provide gender-affirming care to a minor, apparently. I hate this dude so much. This Judiciary Committee sucked.
Norway and the UK are reversing course and asking questions.
Have all not found enough medical evidence, psychological evidence, to support transgender therapy.
You're just lying because there's an overwhelming body of evidence. Got a huge breast reduction surgery at age 17. No therapy necessary. It was covered by insurance. But now that I'm 30 and out as trans, I need 2 years of therapy to get top surgery. For fuck's sake, this doesn't make any sense. Yeah, like, no therapy necessary for a breast reduction. Moms go to get nose jobs with their daughters on their 16th birthday and shit like that. But, like, you know, it's unconscionable that as an adult you could just make an informed consent decision.
UK, their only national gender clinic for children, shut down last year by court
They were gonna open 3 more.
order. What do their doctors know that our doctors don't?
Transphobia. Like, there's no, like, they're not operating off of any more evidence than you are.
Part of the problem is that the current cohort of teenagers that are being transitioned under the affirmative protocol, which lacks guardrails, which takes kids at their word when they say I'm trans, which doesn't do proper mental health assessment.
Yeah, imagine not treating children like they're liars. Have you ever considered not treating children like they're fucking liars? Like, oh, we're taking them at their word when they say that they're trans. Like, we're taking them at their word when they say that they're gay. Like, what the fuck, dude? Oh my god. Just like the assumption that all children are being deceitful or all children are stupid or something. Is it the Tavistock clinic outrage he was referencing? Yes, he was referencing that the Tavistock closed, even though they're opening numerous other clinics in order to handle the, like, volume that Tavistock couldn't deal with. 12-year-olds can get nose jobs even though it will harm the way their face develops and even bone structure of the face. I've never heard of it happening that young for a cosmetic reason. All children are, yeah, truly, all children are liars unless they say something that agrees with me, and then they're brilliant little enlightened future leaders. You know, if they've been coached into saying something that I agree with, that's good.
In fact, double mastectomies on teenage girls went up 13-fold between 2013 and 2020. Between 2016 and 2019 alone, these procedures went up by 500%. A study published in 2022 by researchers who are advocates of gender-affirming surgeries showed that the youngest patient to have received a radical bilateral mastectomy in the United States is 12 years old. These kids are going to grow up and they're going to start to feel the full effects of their medical decisions. They're going to start to feel the side effects. If you really want to know whether amputating the breasts of a 12 or 13-year-old girl is ultimately in her best long-term interests, ask her when she's 30 or 40 and unable to breastfeed her own child.
Plenty of cisgender people are not able to breastfeed also. We've talked about this on stream before, but it's like plenty of cisgender women are not able to breastfeed, and like, okay, just because you can pinpoint that it definitely is because you had surgery in the past, like okay, yeah. Like, again, we don't make medical procedures illegal based on like a couple of people regretting it. Noting the percentages, not hard numbers. Yeah, let's not even talk about breast cancer, you know? Oh, nope. Oh, it's gonna load again. Oh, there it is. It's back. Okay. Nope. Do I gotta reset it again? Come on, bro. Just play. I'm at 15:19. I have to refresh it again. Nope. You do genuinely seem happy in that moment. Weird. Gosh darn it.
I would go out into the world.
Okay, I have to refresh because this is pissing me off.
They are. Say I'm of gender breast.
And everyone's calling me Ollie. Everyone sees me as a guy.
Hold on, one more.
But then... I would go out into the world, and everyone's calling me Ollie. Everyone sees me as a guy. But then,
okay,
at the end of the day, when I'm home, in my room, looking in the mirror, I'm like... what did I do? Like, I start getting these, like, really scary thoughts of, like, you're incomplete. You're not a guy. You never will be.
Okay, so you had dysphoria about not being cisgender. Welcome to every trans guy's life. Plenty of trans guys, after they get top surgery, are like, well, you know, the top part of my body's finished, but I'll never be a man. Like, that's such it's an internalized transphobia. The idea that, oh, I'll never be a man because I don't have a penis. I'm incomplete because I'll never really be able to blah, blah, blah. I don't have balls that can ejaculate cum out of my giant penis. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why people don't, like, can't understand the very basic concept that that's just dysphoria. Like, wow, Daisy. Amazing.
But even though you're legally, you know, your driver's license says you're a guy, you know you're not.
Yeah, a trans person having dysphoria. Bonkers. Wow.
But you finally have expressed your true inner self or whatever, the thing that you wanted to do so badly ever since you were like 13, 14 years old. You did this thing to alleviate this gender dysphoria, you know, that wasn't there before, but you made it into a problem, and now your body image issues are worse. That's not supposed to happen. What do we do now?
I just woke up one day,
okay,
looked at myself in the mirror, and asked myself, what the heck am I doing? Because I realized...
oh, wait. Wait, so this person... wait. Oh, no, they've had top surgery because they're assimilating back to being a man. Okay, I was like, is this guy trans masculine? But no. It's just like they grew breasts before and then had them removed, I think. Okay.
No matter if I would have gone every surgery, continue with hormones, I realized I would have never been a woman. At best, I would have been a caricature of what I believed a woman was.
Caricature.
Nobody would help me because they had more concerns of me reversing everything. I just socially detransitioned, got the implant removed. So I had technically developed gynecomastia. My chest is not like a...
It's not legal. It's not medically gynecomastia. Also, like, gynecomastia involves certain parts of the tissue becoming engorged, but it's like totally different parts than grow during estrogen. So if you had estrogen in your body, then it was not gynecomastia.
It used to be, and it never will. I have scarring, numbness, and unfortunately, my nipples are completely different. To put it lightly.
Okay, congrats. That's what every trans guy deals with. Wow.
Has been taking a major toll on me since I realized what I've done.
Okay.
I was almost 5 years on testosterone. So if I had gone further...
I'm sorry if I seem like I'm lacking empathy here, but I'm just like, okay, like, that's not at all different to what... like, yeah, gender-affirming care requires some sacrifices. Like, you will likely lose nipple sensitivity if you have top surgery, unless you go to a specific type of surgeon, unless your breasts are small enough that you can get the surgery that retains the nipple stock. Like, yeah, it's, like, I'm just like, okay, and, like, life is hard sometimes. Like, like, okay, it's fine.
I wouldn't have been able to go back. When I found out I was pregnant, I was just over the moon. I mean, I was scared I was gonna have a doctor tell me that, like, sorry, you're infertile, and it would have been my fault. There are so many...
Actually, you wouldn't have known why you were infertile, because, again, like, plenty of people go on testosterone, and they don't know whether they're fertile or not. And statistically, like, plenty of people are infertile, so statistically, there are plenty of trans people who are infertile. Therefore, you cannot know, unless you were tested before, whether being on hormones is what caused your infertility problems.
Young people who are going through very similar things that I did, and are still being told that transition will save them. And it's just not true.
Creepy.
My story is tragic in some ways, but...
Oh, it's just not true. It's not true that transition will help you. Like, just to be clear, Daisy has tweeted quite recently, she truly genuinely believes that no one, whether they're 8 or 80, should transition. She's like, no one can ever be the opposite gender. Daisy does have the connective tissue. Look at this elbow bending slightly backwards. That's what my elbows are like. She does have a little tiny bit of hypermobility.
But it's very redemptive in many ways. That cannot be said for many detransitioners. And that's just heartbreaking. Like, I can't imagine living with that. Like, I can't imagine what it would be like to regret a bottom surgery. Or, you know, to be infertile. Because when you were a little child, like 12, your, you know, parents were manipulated into putting you, like, blocking your puberty.
Like, what about all the weird growth hormones we all eat? Like, shout out to my homies who are infertile because of all the microplastics. Like, my parents chose to let us eat salmon and tuna every week, and so the microplastics built up in my body and they made me infertile. If I had known at the time that, like, eating so many fish products would have made me infertile, like, therefore we have to go after the fish lobby now. Like, what? Yeah, I'm 90% plastic. I'm a Barbie girl.
Being so young, I was so impressionable. I was told so many times, it's possible that you're trans, it's possible that you're trans, that eventually I started to believe it.
Unfortunately, transition made things worse for me.
It has just kind of wrecked my perception of myself, and I feel like I missed out on like 3 years of my life. I missed out on 3 years of living my teenage girlhood.
I didn't realize that there were women like me who were different.
So, here's the deal. I'm detransitioning.
Yeah, so I'm just pretty confident that a lot of these people are non-binary. And, like, maybe they could have each benefited from therapy, but, like, I just don't know why people are talking about it in the way that they're talking about it, you know? Like, the fact that, I mean, I'm sure, I would bet that those couple of detrans people who were just shown in the video probably don't consent to their image being used to campaign against trans rights. Like, because the overwhelming majority of detrans people, even if they're ones who genuinely experience regret, like, they don't then weaponize that experience against other folks. So I'm not going to assume a bunch of malice on the part of those other detransitioners, since they didn't, I don't think they consented or agreed to have their footage used in this video. So, you know. Oh no, they do? All of them are transphobic? Well, I don't think that that's fair to say. Like, nominal Naomi's face was used in the beginning of this video, and I don't know that Prageru did their due diligence reaching out for consent. Shout out to all my homies whose dicks don't work due to chronic anxiety and microplastics. True.
It's true. It's not a joke.
I understand now that I can be a cis woman again.
Wow, your voice is crazy though. But like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you can just it's fine. Like, it's fine. It's not a problem for people to detransition.
Gone too far. I haven't passed the point of no return. I can live as a woman again.
I was something because people were reacting to me, but it was a me that wasn't really me, so I was protected. I was protecting myself with the trans label.
These pediatric clinics that perform these surgeries, they will do nothing to help these teens if they decide to detransition. There's nothing you can do. You know,
I don't think that's true at all. Ollie is such a grifter. Oh my god, what a weird fucking person with a weird face. Ollie's got so many other issues. Like, it just, the idea that with the fact that this detransition narrative is so, like, popular, like, the idea that you wouldn't be able to easily get medical coverage and financial coverage for your physical detransition is just crazy. Yeah, of course, Ollie London. He didn't even go on hormones. Like, Ollie London didn't even, like, I don't think was really trying to transition to be a Korean woman. I think that he was trying to transition to be a Korean man, but because some of the procedures were somewhat feminizing, that he just went on the grift for funsies. Ollie is not a K-pop star. Oh, he was trying to look like a very specific K-pop star, I think. Yes, I think that's correct.
Once you've taken all those hormones, Billy, your body is changed beyond repair.
You don't have to remove your body parts to make you complete. When I transitioned, my suicidal ideation did not go away.
Transition is not the only answer, and there are many detransitioners like me out there.
My name is Camille Kiefel.
My name is Emily. My name is Laura Becker.
My name is Abel Garcia, and I'm a detransitioner.
They only got one assigned male detransitioner for this whole thing. That's interesting, because they really are trying to play up the angle of like, oh, this is something that's happening to young women and girls. Like, they're playing up that misogyny angle of like, these women and girls are victims of something happening to them, as opposed to like autonomous agents who made a choice in their own lives and came to regret it in some cases. Another old painting, I guess the argument was that they abandoned traditional gender. Maybe. Maybe you shouldn't transition in a shorter amount of time than it takes to buy a house. I don't know how long it takes to buy a house. Yeah, the American flag and everything on this one.
My name is Daisy, and I'm a woman.
If it weren't for the fact that you were clearly in a weird abusive dynamic with your family and your husband, then like maybe I would be less likely to doubt you so much. But yeah, what was it that Vosh said? Vosh was like, this video turned out to be surprisingly pro-trans in ways that were probably unintended. Yeah, also the AMAB, they have one. Yeah, the AMAB one that they have was like, yes, their conservative father literally hired a sex worker to do a sexual assault on them. It takes 3 generations to buy a house. They really do just be scaremongering up a storm. Like, it is the main thing that they do. They're scaremongering, they're trying to fuel a particular narrative that this is, they're always fast-tracking these kids, they never get any scrutiny, there shouldn't be any access allowed. Like, they're not even advocating for, well, I mean, I'm sure that they would say that they're advocating for additional gatekeeping, essentially, but because they'll say, oh, these people need therapy. But what they're trying to say is these people need to do any therapy necessary to make them desist from being trans. Because to these people, again, like transitioning is the worst possible option. It's the worst thing that you could possibly do. So they can't have that. They have to convince you that it's literally the, like, not only the last thing, but basically you should just not do it. Like, you should basically just be prepared to harm and kill yourself rather than transition. This showed the harm of this trans panic more than it demonstrated the actual problem with trans people, something like that. I could see that point being valid. Like, this, if anything, just has demonstrated that, okay, some people can have regret. Therefore, like, maybe with some comorbid ability, like comorbid occurrences, you should have a little bit more scrutiny. Like, okay, like that, but they don't ever go for a moderate like thing, you know? They don't ever go for a moderate response. Simply do not be trans. Just simply do not. I honestly think not uploading this straight to YouTube was not the right call for them to make. They keep being like, oh, you got to go to the Prageru app. You got to go to the Prageru website. I had to give them an email and like sign up to their newsletter basically in order to watch this video. But it's not as accessible. The fact that you're giving people a couple of extra clicks to make means that they're not going to get as many, as much conversion. If people see it on the YouTube timeline and they can click it immediately, then okay, that's only one step in between them seeing that you have this video and then like watching it, versus you see the trailer thumbnail and then maybe you decide to watch the trailer, but then you have to go into the description and click through to the website, and then on the website you have to put in your email, and like, no. They spent $1 million on a Twitter ad buy and it has fewer views than an average Vosh video. Yeah, this video right now has 156,000 views, which is like, it's they want you on their website to be looped into all their other nonsense. Right, but it's like, what was their goal with this? Was their goal with this to try to bait people to their website? Or was the goal of this for it to be seen by as many people as possible? I'm not sure what, yeah, like I guess if their primary goal is to get you to their website and then make you sign up for their thing and then like donate, like, oh, look, did this video impact you? Help us impact others by donating. Like, truly, just store the wiener cryogenically. If you change your mind later, they'll just sew it back on, okay? It's not that big of a deal. Like, anything that a detransitioner experiences is not any different or any worse than what trans people experience who are going through a puberty that they don't want. You know, I guess the only difference is you got to choose to go through the thing that you're going through, whereas we are forced to go through something like completely outside of our power and like watch this thing happen to our bodies that we don't want to be happening to it, and then have to make corrections later. Whereas for you, you know, you opted into it, which does change the dynamic of the regret. Like, okay, I don't think that your regret over a choice that you made is as important as people regret like not being able to change and intervene in something. And there are way more of us who regret the original puberty. Yeah, we were involuntarily subjected to body horror and they chose it. And it seems for a lot of these people like they don't really start to experience the regret until like a couple years after, which is the thing that's so strange, right? Because when you're trans and you're going through this, it's like seeing all these incremental changes happen is part of what's distressing. If you understand that you're trans as a teenager, you know, like if you're going through that experience as a teen, you feel each step of the process. And it seems to me that for a lot of these detrans people, especially these grifting detrans people, they don't seem to do a detransition until after they've been on hormones for like years and they've already had surgery and they did surgery like a year or two ago. It's like, how does it take you that long to regret? Is it just dysphoria because you feel like you'll never be complete? Or is it that these people are non-binary and it just takes a little bit of time to realize that they're not binary trans? Like, I'm not entirely sure. But we would like to see... Yeah, I agree, Eric. I would love to see a more neutral or even pro-trans documentary on the subject of detrans people, because I'm so exhausted of the mainstream media pushing this narrative that is not real. Yeah, and it's hard for trans-affirming detrans people. Like, I'm sure that they don't want to be in the crossfires. They're just trying to figure themselves out and live their little lives. A lot of them, again, still identify as trans, so they're still, like, being non-binary in that way. You know, it's like this one non-binary person, this one detrans person I know, still, like, she identifies as basically a non-binary woman. She regrets top surgery, but is, like, in a relationship with a trans femme, and they are able to bond over those kind of similar things that they have issues with. Yes, most detrans people step away from public online posting in order to avoid being sucked into this conversation or otherwise having their story weaponized. Because, again, we don't know if those detrans people who the videos were just lifted from TikTok, we don't know if all of those people are consenting to this. Yeah, and we did talk about it earlier, Avery, but I will reiterate, because it was way toward the beginning of the segment, that Daisy dreams that she's a man, and several times a week has daydreams of being a man, and is still actively dysphoric, and has talked about, like, just choosing to be a woman, essentially. Let me see. Where is she? I responded to her on Twitter recently. Okay, I'm reading. I don't know if I'm gonna find what I'm looking for just through a cursory glance. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, on cursory glance, find the tweets that I was looking for. I'm familiar with No Offense. We've talked on Twitter a couple times about, like, disagreeing. No Offense famously disagreed with me on whether transgender women experience period symptoms. Anyway, unfortunate that this kind of rhetoric is receiving more and more attention these days, but you know, we'll keep debunking it so long as they keep making it. I'd be down for some Greek linen sheets as attire. Toga, toga, toga. I know it wasn't actually called a toga. That was some other thing. Anyway, I think that was more or less all I have to say about that documentary. A little reaction segment. Ooh, little reaction segment. Oh, we've been going for about 2.5 hours. I believe kind of like how I have phantom pain from leg surgery, some trans women could have phantom periods, like psychosomatically caused, not from hormones per se. Well, Eric, let me tell you, if you have estrogen in your body does do these weird cyclical behaviors. If you have like a significant enough amount of estrogen, even if you're taking it synthetically, like your gonads and your thyroid and stuff are still interacting with that high amount of estrogen, right? So your body is still making changes. Yeah, hormone cycle, especially if you still have gonads, but your body still responds in a cyclical manner. So they'll have, like, the pain is not psychosomatic. The pain that trans women experience, yeah, the cyclical hormonal periods, it's like the signal to cramp goes out to all smooth muscle fiber in the area. So, like, the signal goes out to your intestines. That's why a lot of people who have periods, like, they will have constipation or diarrhea during their period because the muscles are all cramping, right? But I'm just saying it's not psychosomatic or psychodynamic. I'm saying it is real pain. It is their muscles responding to the signals from the prostaglandins, telling the muscles to, like, seize up. So you have, like, actual pain. I have trans periods that leave me wrecked once about every 3 to 5 weeks. Yay! Welcome back, Slaps Hungry Bears. Period poops for sure, as well as abdominal cramps. Yeah, and the crying, and the craving chocolate, and the needing more attention and affection, and, like, there is, like, I mean, here's the thing, too, is what you don't realize, is that cisgender men are also on kind of a monthly cycle. It's not studied as much, but, like, men will note that, like, their libido, for example, is cyclical, and they'll, like, be interested for a couple weeks and then not interested for a couple weeks, and it's, like, kind of similar to how people with estrogen in their bodies, like, get horny around their ovulation window. And, like, trans women also have that, where, you know, at certain parts of their cycle, they're really horny. My BF and I are very aware of his cycle. Okay, so here we have, like, I was not sure if I was going to have any agreement from the chat about this, but, like, Eric has a boyfriend who has, like, a cycle. And there's, like, a daily cycle for men as well, where your testosterone is higher in the morning. But I was thinking more along the lines of, like, yeah, like, more of a monthly kind of hormones rising and falling. My periods also leave me highly irritable every 3 to 5 weeks. So I actually have recently started estrogen, in my birth control, I previously was taking progestin only, but I am taking estrogen birth control now because I don't want to have periods anymore. Because I get really triggered after my IUD placement and everything. Like, I literally, when I get period cramps, it makes me want to throw up. Like, in that way where you're like, I am having a panic attack and I need to throw up. Like, it's, and I mean, like, it genuinely is like the stomach sinking feeling. And like, I get really emotionally unstable and stuff. And like, until I've had more time to unpack all of that, for now, the solution is just, like, don't have them anymore. Like, don't have periods anymore. Started cycling my progesterone to these cycles. So annoyingly horny during those times, too. Yeah. I don't know what the long-term solution is for me, because it sucks that, like, the only way to control your periods, if you are, if you're a person with ovaries, is to take hormones, take hormone blockers, or have the organs removed. And, like, I don't want to have my ovaries removed, because then I'll have to be on synthetic hormones the rest of my life. When my T is low, I just cry and cry and cry and don't touch me. So excited for my histo. High fives. I'm scared to even get interested in a male friend, because then I'm afraid that I have to get an IUD due to some vestibular issues. I mean, I don't think that you have to get an IUD. It's like, I don't want to be pregnant, I don't think, but, like, do I want to have, like, an actual organ removed from my body? I don't think that I'm at a level of, like, wanting to go under general anesthesia and have an entire organ removed if I don't need to. So it's just a struggle, like, trying to figure out how to deal with your periods and, like, pregnancy scare issues and, like, the level of vigilance that you have to be at. If you're like, I have a pill that I have to take every day, and if I'm late more than a few hours, then I'm at risk of developing an ectopic pregnancy. It's like, you're doing a daily trying not to die level of vigilance, which is just quite difficult emotionally to deal with sometimes. Like, I'm trying, like, when I go out in public and I'm wearing a mask, it's because I'm trying not to die, you know? And, like, it's the same thing with taking a birth control pill. It's like, I'm trying to prevent me from dying because of so many different things about this that is deadly to you. Like, so many different things about COVID are deadly to you, and pregnancy and all that shit. So, yeah, like, the level of... It's not just the fact that you have a pill that you have to take every day. It's like, if I miss this pill, I could be very seriously harmed. I asked if I can keep my cervix after my histo because I want to cast it in resin. I don't think that you're allowed to keep your organs. You could die if you got pregnant? What? Yeah, I don't know. Like, crazy. This parasite will just suck your organs out. I'm gonna have to record a little, like, Patreon thing so that I can, in the videos where I forget during the segment to make a call to action for Patreon, I'm gonna need to record a little thing that's like, hey, like me just coming in from the top of the frame or something. Birth control is actually really dangerous anyway if you look it up. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it does all kinds of things. Like, I'm supposed to completely stop nicotine because nicotine plus estrogen equals blood clot risk. I'm not 30 yet. Like, at age 35, you're supposed to stop taking estrogen because of the blood clot risk. My surgeon asked me if I wanted my uterus, so at least in some places you can keep them. Okay. My surgeon said it will be packaged weird and ugly, but I can keep it? Okay, I thought that for biomedical reasons they wouldn't allow you to keep the organs, but that's cool. Because it's like a biohazardous waste. Delicious organs. I met a badass cis woman who got her fallopian tubes cast in resin in the shape of a heart and made into a necklace. How big are they? I've never thought about how big fallopian tubes are. Unfortunately, plan B one step doesn't go up to my BMI. That's body shaming as fuck. You just take 2 of them, Andes. I'm pretty sure that you can talk to a doctor and you just take 2 of them. Not gonna lie, kinda small. Yeah. If it's not pathogenic, the organ is not pathogenic, then it's fine. It just has to be sealed in a way that's hard to open. Okay. Oh, in some religions, you have to have your organs buried with you. Therefore, you can claim a religious exception like, oh, my religion says you need to let me keep my organs. Oh my goodness. Fallopian tubes are about 4 to 5 inches long. Well, I'm trying to imagine how thick they are as well. Like, how thick are they? They can't, what's like, is it less than a pencil? It's gotta be less than a pencil, right? Like, is this what a fallopian tube looks like? It's 4 to 5 inches long. That's about like 5 inches long. Maybe more like 5.5 inches long. But like, is this what a fallopian tube looks like? 0.2 to 0.6 inches thick. Where is my thingy for measuring? Where is it? Oh, here it is. My thingy for measuring. Okay. 0.2 to 0.6 inches in diameter. Oh, yeah, so it's like a pencil. Anywhere between a pencil and like, wait, half an inch? Up to over half an inch? They could be up to half an inch wide, basically. Like, this is what half an inch looks like. Right there. Which is bigger than the pencil. I think your uterus is supposed to be at least the size of your fist, but they also said that about my heart and some other things. Yeah, I have no idea. They're on the smaller side. Okay. So, yeah, ectopic pregnancies can kill you and permanently harm you. For sure. So, we finished the D-Trans documentary. That was lovely. What a great time. I would like to play a game. So I'm actually going to run to the restroom. I'm going to pull up a Hassan video, and I'll put up a Hassan video for you to look at. And I'm going to run to the restroom and maybe refill my water. Oh no, my water is full. Look at that. Your dick is supposed to be at least the size of your fist. Truly. Put up Hassan chair. Just the chair? I was going to put up a Hassan video. But I could just put up, I don't know, like, is there... If I just type in Hassan chair... I'm pretty sure that this is Hassan's chair. This is the first response on Google when you type in Hassan chair. This is the first thing that shows up, so... There. This. Like, I think that's it, right? So I'm just gonna put that up. And I'm gonna run to the restroom. So I'll be back in a minute. And then we will, do you want to do, I'm not, what, but bugs? You want to see bugs? You need the bugs? Bugs are at the beginning of stream. Hassan chair compilation, 10-hour version. Just, if someone compiled together all the different times that Hassan has just, like, not been in the room while the stream is going, that would be pretty funny. Okay, I'm gonna do my thing, you do your thing, we're gonna get back, and we're gonna play some Little Nightmares when I get back, okay? BRB. Enjoy. Ugh. Hello, I'm back. Welcome. More chairs. Chairs upon chairs. Yes, God is censored. Lux killed religion. Confirm. Okay, we're back. I never thought this would be so educational. Really? Jonathan, you didn't know that my stream is so educational? Truly, you can just tap into my knowledge of a lot of things about biology and trans people and all kinds of very specific topics. Fossil. Oh my god, I can't wait to meet a fossil. Thank you, Andy's Mints. Oh, thank you so much for the $69 dono. What's a chicken's favorite sneaker? Reebok. True. We appreciate the dad jokes. That's awesome. Thank you so much. $69. Nice. Thank you for helping us reach the dono goal for today. I'm actually gonna do some math. And, well, here, no, temporarily at least, it has to say 69 out of 69. Look at that. Look, we did it. Hey. Hey. Dad, Papa, you came back. I'm back. I know. Hi, back. I'm Dad. Where's my hair tie? I don't really need my hair to be up. My hair is surprisingly not problematic. What GPU do you have for your PC? Right now, I have a Radeon RX 580. My partner and I have been talking about getting a new GPU sometime soon. Because, I mean, this is, yeah, it's my job. I have to do this. I have to keep my computer in good form. Yeah, come to the Lux stream, learn about dicks, learn about uteruses, learn about balls, do it all. We do it all here. Okay, I don't need the calculator open right now. Steam. Not Sea of Thieves. That's not what I want. I want Little Nightmares 2. Okay, open this game, please. Lux's hair is problematic. It went as Aladdin for Halloween. True. I just remembered that Aladdin costume's in my mother's attic. I'm gonna go home and burn it. I mean, not burn it. I mean, what should I do with it? I wasn't sure mathematically how to get to 69, so I thought I'd just donate 69. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Get the RTX 4060 Ti. Okay, let me open a tab for that. So the RTX 4060 Ti. I'm 100% sure that I'm gonna get whatever my husband decides I should get. I mean, oh god. You sound like you really would have been a cool chick, but you seem pretty happy right now, so I don't know your emotional state when you were female, so sorry to sound ignorant. Sorry for being ignorant. No worries, Jonathan. Listen, like, I think one of the things that people really should track is that, you know, trans people fundamentally are the same before and after they transition, right? It's just like, whether you feel like this is the most authentic embodiment for you. Like, are people responding to you socially in a way that makes you feel like you are being seen versus, like, do you feel invisible when you try to interact with other people? Like, it's like a complex number of different things, right? And some of it is like the personal, like, physical dysphoria stuff as well. Like, I like my voice a lot better now than what it was before. Like, there are things about my voice that I don't necessarily like, but I like it way better than I did before, right? And, like, yeah, I feel a lot better when people can't make an easy determination. Like, when folks avoid using gendered language because they can't tell what is going on, or when people ask me, like, what were you born as? I'm like, I don't answer that question because A, I don't want to talk about it, and B, because, like, I've reached this place in my transition where people don't, like, people, if you can't tell, then I've reached the peak of non-binary. Like, I'm in the middle, you can't tell where I came from, where did I go, where am I come from Cotton Eye Joe, like, you know? So it's just about feeling authentic, really. And I'm sure I would have been a cool chick. Like, I'm, like, to the extent that I was that. Like, my dad sent me a video a long time ago, pretty early, like, when I was really contemplating medical transition, or maybe just starting it, or somewhere around there. But like, he sent me this video of someone responding to the gender tag, and it was a female, and I remember being like, wow, she seems like a bizarro alternate version of me. Like, she seems like the way that she's answering questions, if a couple things had been different in my life, then I could just be her. It would be really curious to go back and look and see if she's come out now. That would be very funny. I don't remember her name at all, though. So yeah, I don't know. Can someone tell me the dangers of gender-affirming care? Oh, you didn't pick up on it in the documentary? I mean, I'm sure what they were going for was that you're supposed to feel like, oh shoot, this is still, I didn't realize this was still up, my bad. They're trying to say, like, oh, you'll regret it and you won't be able to reverse things and it'll make you sad. Basically, like, it'll make you sad. And you won't be able to fulfill your womanly duties of breastfeeding your child, I guess, is the risk. I was born as a fucking baby. More about the dangers of going through with major life decisions without properly thinking it over. Right. One of my favorite memes, what's this guy? He's like, what is this? I don't know how to find this meme. How do I find this picture of this guy? Oh, do I have... Is it on my computer? Do I have this on my computer, actually? Is it in, like, a folder of funny things? Oh, I doubt it. Do you guys know the... It's like a dude in a truck. It's a clip from a video. It's like it's a screenshot from a video of a dude in a truck. And I think maybe he's talking about banana bread or something in the original video. But the screenshot is just him going like a disbelieving face. And it's a meme that says like, hormones will permanently change your body. And then it's just like me, like duh. He's like a white dude. I can't remember. I don't know. How do you find memes? What are you supposed to do? Banana bread meme? Nope, that's not it. Yeah, I sure hope it does. Oh, it's road work ahead meme. Oh, road work ahead. Okay, thank you. Yeah, yeah, I sure hope it does. Yeah, the road work ahead. Yeah, okay, yes, it's this one. It's this guy. Yeah. Thank you, Gayfish. Thank you for giving me the brain cell. 80 likes now. True. Yeah. So we're just now that we're 3 hours into the stream, are you ready to go do something completely different? I need to do this. Okay. Need that. Here we go. Hey. Yes, I need my headphones so that I can hear the game. Okay. Now this is I think that we stopped in the middle of me not knowing what to do. But Mersh said that there was another box for me to hide in. So maybe I just need to find another box to hide in. Okay, yep, good stuff. Okay, wait, how do I do anything? Okay, yes, that's... How do I... Okay. Just gotta reorient myself to the controls here. Yeah, yep, okay. Dark and spooky. Must be about trans people. Ah, fuckity fuck. Oh, there is a box for me to go crouch in over here. Like, can I crouch in here? Right? Will she go away? Okay, she did go away. Okay, but now I have to be careful not to knock the jar over. Or am I going to knock the jar over? And I just need to be quick about it. Can I pick it up? Yes, I can pick it up. What am I supposed to do? Okay. Oh, wait. I was supposed to grab this rope? So do I need her to come up here or something? How do I throw shit again? I don't remember. Is it spacebar? Yes. Okay. This is just ever so slightly puzzly. Okay, now she's got again. Okay. Now I have to grab this and then climb up. Cool. How old is your GPU? I think we got the GPU, I want to say in either late 2019 or 2020, but I know that that doesn't necessarily tell you how old it is. I don't know when it came out, but it's, like I said, it's the RX 580. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, I'm gonna need to push this over, and then very quickly get across, and get into this hatch. Thank you. Good stuff. Alright, I survived. I lived, bitches! Okay, I feel like I need to not be right here. Where? Oh, do I need to figure out how to get up there? Or does this... Oh, there's a little doorway. Oh god, there's someone in the background. Who is that? Uh-oh. 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 Don't like that. The RX 580 was released in 2017. Okay, cool. So it's 6 years old. Oh my god, there's someone in the library. Okay. Can I climb down? Do I just have to jump? Oh, I don't want to jump. Oh my god, I can hear breathing. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I gotta climb up here, okay. No, wait. Can I climb up? Can I move this? Okay, I can move this. The breathing is really creepy. It's really dark in that corner. I'd be shattering my knees every jump. I mean, yeah. He's a little tiny guy. They're a little tiny little bean. How do I climb stuff? Oh my god, it's making so much noise. Now will you let me climb? Okay. That's how it works. You gotta jump. I missed the last part of the game stream. What happened to your friend? They were kidnapped by someone. I can't remember who. But, oh, shit. Shit. Oh god, there she is. Oh god. Oh, nope, I got eaten. Oh no. Ah! Oh no. Okay, I gotta be careful. Okay, I gotta be careful. I don't want to knock over these books. I would prefer... No, they're gonna get knocked over no matter what I do. Oh, well, I jumped into the abyss anyway. Oh my god, it's so stressful. It's so stressful. Okay, so this is gonna happen. And then she's gonna be looking this way. So like if I run through here, do I have to just wait for her to stop paying attention? Or is she just gonna be fixed on me now? And I need to go run. Yeah, I need to go. Run. Now! Go up! Oh my god, run, please. Oh, wait. Oh, because I wasn't holding the shift thing. Okay, I'm not really good at holding the shift button to run. That's a relatively new thing in games for me. Yeah, avoiding these overprotective parental figures like the plague. It's just like... It's so scary. It's so scary. Go up, please. Okay, run, 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 run. Crouch. Oh, how did I not make it through? I crouched. How could you do this to me? Dudes, horror games are like cardio. Big time. Go up. Thank you. Run, 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 run. How am I not making it through? Goodness gracious. One of those Frankenstein builds with all old-ass parts that should not work, but somehow works oddly well situations. That's not quite what's going on with my computer, but my partner does like to do that. We do have, like, some partially put-together computers that are just comprised of really old parts. Please run. Please run, 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 run. Am I... Is it... Okay. One more time. One more time. Yeah, cardio directly for your heart, only for your heart. Yeah, this is why you don't make noise in the library. She's gonna take issue with that. Okay, go up, run, 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 crouch. Okay, I did it this time. She's still in here. Where is she? Okay, I'm gonna climb up. And around. Okay. Nope. How do I jump to the side? Okay. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. Please don't. Nope. 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 Oh, she saw me. Oh no, I'm gonna have to go back up and then over. Oh my god. No. Okay. Okay, we can do this. We can do it. The song was the key to getting past it. One more time. True. Okay. Okay, I have to do this. Okay, go over this way. Go down here. Yep, go down here. Go over this way. Please do not observe me. Please do not perceive me. I do not wish to be perceived. I can only go one direction at a time. Oh god, please. I'm so mad. I'm not really that mad. I'm just... Oh god. Okay, now she's like walking around like a normal person. She left. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so this area is all dark and I can't go that way. I want to ask Chloe Cole how she's affording those tickets in the places that she stays in. Yeah, I wonder what she would say, because we know that the answer is that she's being specifically bankrolled by the Edelman Foundation. Okay, do I need to go through the door? Why? It keeps doing this to me. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she just went through that door. Can I go this way? Into the library? No. I kind of can't go that way. Interesting. Yeah, the Do No Harm Foundation. Okay, I can't reach the door handle. Is there somewhere where I can climb up here? no, cannot climb. I can't shimmy left or right while I'm hanging. That's unfortunate. What about partners for ethical care? I have not heard of that. Wait, can I drag this box? I need this. Thank you. Oh my god, it's so loud. Okay. Okay, we're in here. The door just shut behind me. Oh my god. Okay. Oh. Be quiet, little dude. Do we need to go up the stairs? Okay, that's locked, so we can't go through there yet. That's our objective, or at least it's one of our objectives. Okay. Does he have a bag on his head? Yeah, he's wearing a little paper bag. Hold on, can I get better lighting? Yeah, he's wearing a little paper bag. Oh my god, the shadow moving through the window keeps tripping me up pretty badly. Okay, there's a door. Can I... Okay. Okay, good. Yes, so I can move this. Can I move it? You let me move it? Or do I just have to jump? I just have to jump. Okay. Okay. We've got chest stuff happening in here. Just a little Spanish guitar there for a second. Oh, there's a little person. Oh, that's why. Because it dramatically revealed that there is a little person attached to this. Okay. Strange. Yes, it was quite ominous. Is there anything over here? Okay, oh, we have a painting of an eye. We had those in the last game. Nice portrait. Wonderful family portrait. Another chess piece. Okay. There's a bottle up there. I think that this is the only thing in this room, really. Honestly, think communal Wi-Fi should be a thing more people do. Few shops on the block decided to split the bill and have one big network and everyone else gets the password too. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're ultimately, like, kind of sharing the bandwidth of the neighborhood with your neighbors anyway. Like, if you work from home and you notice, like, or if you're ever homesick from work one day and you notice that the, you know, the internet slows down a bit at 5 o'clock, like, yeah, it's because everybody just came home. I can't see if there's a door handle or something over here right now. I don't think so. Oh, there's a little glitching child. Okay, good to know. Interesting. But where's the key that I need? Looks like the top of a chess piece. Wait, where's the top of a chess piece? Oh, in the chest room. Oh, okay, different thing. Like, all the white pieces are missing their tops, but the black pieces are just pawns. Oh yeah, that does look like... Yeah, it's like a bishop piece. Is there any way for me to get up there? Oh, I can take the top off of this one and bring it with me. Okay. Nope. No, 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 no. Nope. Please, nope, no, no, no. Put it back where it was. Thank you. No, put it back. Just get up on it, please. Thank you. Okay, I need this. Put it here. I need this. Throws it. Yeah, true. Okay, please. Just gently put that down. Okay, is there anything else over here that I need? Whoops. That was noise I didn't intend to make. There's no key inside that bottle. Okay, wait. Wait. I need this. We're taking it over here. Oh wait, can I get that down there? Do I need that? Kind of feels like I need that. Whoops. Unintentional. Oh, I can. Okay, I can just climb up here. And then I can just take that. Okay. I'm like setting up the chessboard, I guess. I don't really know why. Okay. So this is a rook. Wait, I can jump up and grab that. Hey! Okay, cool. So yeah, it's telling me where I need to put stuff. That's neat. I was just gonna figure it out. I was already 2/3 of the way there, too. Okay, that turned a light on. And something unlocked. Was that the thing downstairs? Did that unlock the thing downstairs? Curiouser and curiouser. This is a fun little puzzle game. I like it. I don't normally like playing spoopies, but it's fun. Wait. Was there a door over here that unlocked, maybe? Is that a door? Okay, yeah, I feel like there is a door handle right there. It's just hard to see. Maybe not. Okay, hello glitching child. Where is the creepy lady? Where has she gone? Okay, I still need a key. Kinda curious if there's anything over this way. Nope. Not that I can tell, at least. What unlocked, y'all? You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me the answers. Checking to see what I can climb. Yeah, clearly something that was locked. There's a dog drawing on the wall, by the way. A dog with some scribbles. Oh, I think that that's just meant to show me that there are drawings on the wall. Okay, something unlocked. Wasn't anything over here that I can see. Do I have a key that I'm carrying around? Because they've started putting it in your pocket. In the last game, you had to keep the key in your hands the entire time. So, like, do I have a key? I don't think so. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Okay. Think how with hotels, they have way more bandwidth than, say, some random house. They have a plan like that the whole block shares. What are you doing, bro? Okay. Okay, I'm supposed to absorb those guys. I forgot about that. Honestly, is this a door? I cannot see. Can I knock these bottles off? I don't want to. I'm just a cat now. I'm just causing destruction and chaos. Okay, just confirm I cannot pick that up. True, okay. It's not something up there, is it? Do I need to go up here? Excuse me, will you get up on the thing, please? Will it not let me now that... Oh, it's like the rules have changed. The rules of the game have changed, and it won't let me climb up this thing now, even though I physically should be able to. Oh, no, okay. It's just like a weird angle. Why were you being like that? Okay, I don't think it was something actually up here that unlocked. Oh! Oh! Okay. Oh! Neat. You always gotta waste a few minutes figuring things out. There's a dog peeing. It's a picture of a dog peeing. Okay, spooky. Dog poop? I did it. Did the dog eat the key and then poop it out? I thought it was pee. It didn't seem to me like it was a poop drawing. I thought it was more of a pee drawing. Okay, now it's about to get scary again. That was a problem-solving section, and now it's gonna get scary again. What is that? Oh, is it sausages? Are we doing sausages again? Gross. Okay, that's a thing that's on wheels. I can move it. Okay, big kitchen door. Oh, okay. Dead guy in the freezer. Excellent. Frigid thing over here. Can I climb the dead man's body? Yep. That's about right. And absorbed another weird little glitchy kid. Yay! Can I pick up this sausage and take it with me? Cool, thanks. Just gonna go ahead and take that. It's for me. Oh, can I reach? Allow me to reach. Okay, well I have to go this way apparently. I can't go further this way. Sometimes I be concentrating. Also, I'm getting hungry. So, it's that time of stream where I'm like, I'm hungry. And being hungry makes it harder to do puzzles, as you can imagine. And it's like, honestly, there's so much reflection off of my white skin onto the screen that that's part of what makes it hard for me to see what's going on. Can I grab this? Okay, I can grab and move this. Oh, there's a thingy up top there. I see. The ultimate example of anti-white racism. Okay. I like that pepper grinder. That's cute. Ominous sounds have started to happen. Oh, I can hear ominous sounds. Is this kid gonna harm me in some way? Okay, I need to pick this up and crack him over the head with it, I think. Yes. Oh, and there's another one. Whoa, shit. That was bad timing. They got me. Uh-oh. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna grab this. Good stuff. You are gonna come over here. Okay. Gotcha. One more. Anyone else? You wanna fucking go? Oh, okay, I need this. There's more of them? Do I have to do more of this? Forage boys. Okay, how many of them are there? How many more times am I gonna have to do this? Oh, I can't get through that way. I only see them. How do I get through? Those are some gnarly, weird sounds happening. How do I get over there? Oh, do I need to hit the grate somehow? Nope, that's not helping at all. Oh, I see. I should just push through and not get eaten. Oh my god, dude. Oh, okay. Okay. I think 30 minutes of a horror game is just about right. So I'm actually gonna stop now. Like, oh god. It's lunchtime. It's lunchtime, alright? That's what it's time for. So, thank you so much to everybody for hanging out with me today. We are gonna resume on Tuesday, as far as I know. Listen, I have recently discovered that the editing process can be so much easier because of some new Adobe implementations that they've made. So I can... Why do I assume that everyone in this game is a friend? Didn't I learn my lesson with the snake lady? Oh, Gayfesh is going to be streaming games in half an hour. Fuck yeah. Definitely hang out and watch Gayfesh play games. We're also going to be doing games with Gayfesh and other creators and other members of the community, probably. I'm sure that we'll do some of that privately, and we'll do public streams as well. So yeah, be on the lookout for some more like collaborative, fun content between the different peoples. There's all kinds of fun people in this organizing group chat that we have, the Discord group chat. So potentially some cool folks getting to hang out with other cool folks. So yes, better go do something active for this day. Thanks for making this lazy Sunday better. I'll check out the Patreon when I get paid this week. Thank you very much. Yes, check out the Patreon. There should be a link to the Discord server in the description if you want to check it out. And if it's not down there, then come over to the website, luxander.net, and there's going to be a link over there on the website. So, yeah, be good, everybody. Have a good day. And I will see you next time. Okay, bye. Bye.